This is Bruce Buffer, and this is the moment you've all been waiting for. It's time for the MMA Holes!
Mixed martial a-holes. MMA holes, MMA holes, MMA holes, MMA holes, MMA holes. You like to be a mixed martial a-hole. MMA holes, MMA holes, MMA holes, MMA holes, MMA holes.
No way.
From the Evil Bill Studios of Arizona, Holly Holm versus Aldana fight recap. Adesanya versus Jones still at it. Get a room. And Usman versus Burns is postponed. Let's talk about it with the MMA-Holes. Yeah, baby.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Hi, my name is Chris, a.k.a. Mystic Boss. I am wonderful, wonderful, and this is the MMA-Holes Hour, number 145. Jesse, how are you?
Wonderful, wonderful, Moss. How are you?
Wonderful, wonderful.
It is Monday. A lot of people love Monday, right? Everyone's like, goddamn, the first day of the week, yada, yada. Well, you got the first day over with.
Right.
Maybe that's why this show is such a hit, Jesse. Maybe that's why it's such a success.
Maybe.
Because everyone is through their first day of work, and they're just like, I got past it. Now I get to watch the greatest show on YouTube.
Like a reward.
Yeah.
For getting through their day.
We are your reward, yes. Look at this, Jesse. We have a thumbnail over here. A lot of things on the thumbnail. John Jones and Adesanya still going back and forth a lot. Mm-hmm. And they need to make love and move on. I don't know what the hell is going on with those two, but we'll discuss. Usman and Burns is postponed again. Not happy about that. That was supposed to be, before the year was up? They were supposed to throw that thing together. So they're looking for a new fight. Perhaps John Izzy is the fight. People are tossing that idea around. And Holly Holm beating the living snot out of Aldana for 5 rounds. Mm-hmm. What would you like to talk about first, Jesse?
Well, let's talk about Usman and Burns.
Oh, okay. Let's do it then.
So, according to MMA Fighting, sources confirm that Kamaru Usman versus Gilbert Burns is not happening at UFC 256, saying early 2021 is more likely, more possible. Multiple people with knowledge of negotiations told MMA Fighting that the bout was never officially confirmed for the December 12th pay-per-view event, though an early 2021 booking is possible. ESPN.com first reported the news. Burns was confirmed as the next title challenger by UFC President Dana White after a positive COVID-19 test scratched him from a scheduled fight with Usman at UFC 251. In his place went Jorge Masvidal, who originally was expected to as the next title challenger before his negotiations with the UFC broke down. Fighting on short notice as a replacement, Masvidal lost a unanimous decision to Usman, who defended his title twice. There was talk of another delay for Burns in the wake of Covington's impressive win over Woodley this past month at UFC Vegas 11, but White said Burns would keep his place in line. The scratch reduces by 1 the scheduled title fights for the year and fight card. 2-division champ Nunes is currently expected to defend her featherweight title against Megan Anderson. The promotion typically tries to stack its December fight card with talent, leaving open the question of another high-profile booking to take its place.
All right. So, if I'm not happy about this, I did want to see that fight go down. It's an interesting one. Usman Burns throwing down. A lot of people say that Burns could beat Usman. I say no. But who knows? I mean, with a lot of people really in the Burns in his favor, mm-hmm. I do want to see that. Makes it interesting for me. And a lot of people want to see Usman lose. Say what you will. I think Usman's one of the best welterweights of all time. But this thing getting pushed off sucks. Now, if it gets pushed off and then we get a gem like a Jones Adesanya, well, that'd be insane. Mm-hmm. That would be absolutely insane. Problems. Okay, first off, they're talking about Stipe and Ngannou, right? Being thrown there. That one makes the most sense. I don't think Jones is ready for heavyweight yet. It's a little too soon for him to bulk up, right? So Jones sits aside. Izzy still hangs after his nice, quick victory over Costa. And then you have Stipe versus Ngannou. It's great.
Right.
Stipe's not going to take that fight. He's not going to do it. He's not going to swoop in and save the card. Not going to happen. So the only way to swoop in and save the card would be Jones versus Izzy. But then there's really no belts on the line. So how the fuck do you put that fight together? So what happens now?
I don't think Jones versus Izzy is going to be something that coming up next. You might as well wipe that out of your mind for now, at least. It's not impossible to happen, but it's not going to happen anytime soon. I think John Jones wants to fight Jan and get his title back. That's what I think. But why would he do that? Why would he vacate it just to go and challenge for it again? You know?
Where are we going?
Hold on, I had to fix my fan. My apologies. It's fucking hot in here, man.
So you're saying the chances of Bones going back, grabbing his belt again. He did say, who would like to see me swoop back in and grab my belt again? That is a possibility.
Yeah.
That is a possibility.
But my thing is like, why would he surrender it just to have his next fight be challenging for it? You know?
Money. I mean, you pay him the right amount of money. He was supposed to go to heavyweight, and
he still could be. He's been bulking up.
Yeah, but how much did he bulk? I don't know. I mean, I see him doing a lot of squats. He looks exactly the same, though.
Nah, he looks big.
We'll see. I mean, Jones versus Blachowicz, yes, it's Jones is coming back, so yeah, that'd be great. Mm-hmm. But it wouldn't be the Jones-Izzy fight. If they threw that... I feel the Jones-Izzy fight would need a big lead-up. Now, when is this? This is December?
Jones-Izzy's not happening anytime soon.
Well, yeah, the problem it can't happen is because of the whole belt thing.
Yeah, it just doesn't make any sense right now. Now, I do have an article about Adesanya moving up to 205, but not after he takes another fight or two at middleweight.
When does this card take place? When is this? December 12th. Okay. October, November, December. Yeah, they can't pull that together. That
just doesn't make sense. But there is a room for another top-tier fight.
Oh,
what
I'm trying to
about
think what it is.
One of the other divisions, Moss?
Yeah, talk to me. Give me something.
How about, let's look at the bantamweight division, for instance. We haven't really heard much coming from
you think
there.
Aljo? Aljo versus Jan? Throw that together?
I think it would make sense.
Piotr. But, I mean, it's sort of juicy, but for some reason, people just don't give a fuck about Aljo. Even though he deserves a shot and everything like that. Is that the big banging card, the fight that you want to slip in?
No, they're just looking for a top-tier fight to put in there, right? So I don't think that they're looking at who the fans want. They're just looking for something of high interest.
Would you be interested in a Volkanovski versus, like, Cater or some shit?
No.
Because... Volkanovski, there's already rumblings that Max Holloway Volkanovski 3 could be in the works, and Volkanovski doesn't want anything to do with that.
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense.
It's
Max
silly.
Holloway fairly lost twice.
You got Ortega versus the Korean Zombie coming up. That's right upon us. Yeah, Yair Rodriguez, I couldn't give him a title shot. I would give Cater a shot. Honestly, listen, Al just been on the show multiple times. Nice guy. But I'd rather see... I don't know what I'd rather see, to be honest.
If they did a Volkanovski fight, well, first of all, Ortega, Korean Zombie, like you had mentioned, Volkanovski, Cater just doesn't make any sense to me right now, and it's not even interesting to me. Like, it is interesting because they're both heavy hitters, but it's not interesting for a top-tier fight that they're going to throw on that pay-per-view.
What about Volkanovski Cejudo? What about that?
What?
Volkanovski versus Cejudo.
Why would Cejudo fight
Why not?
Volkanovski right now?
Throw that shit together. That's a circus I'm in. Because Cejudo's called him out before. He doesn't have to worry about, like, cutting a bunch of weight.
At featherweight?
And then he could say he's the, quadruple champ.
What?
Quadruple C.
He would fight Volkanovski at featherweight?
Yeah. Volkanovski's 5'0". I mean, it's not like he's that much taller than fucking Cejudo. They already tangled on online. What about that?
I don't know. I don't think... No. I'm going to say no.
So you would rather see Volkanovski versus Cater?
No, I wouldn't. I actually wouldn't want to see Volkanovski at all. He's not a fun champ to watch.
But that's what I'm saying. How do you spice up Volkanovski? How do you make him spicy? Right? How do you spice him up? You throw Triple C in there.
Why does it have to be a title fight? Why does it have to be a title fight?
Because that's what sells.
Well, if you
what's
think
another
about
fight?
it,
You want to throw Diaz in there?
some pay-per-views do have top-tier co-main events that are not title fights. So what if the Ortega Korean Zombie fight was there? That's a top-tier
Would you
fight,
move
and
it?
it's not titles.
Yeah, but they're a main event. They're a main event right now. They're already a main
But
event.
for a fight night, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So what if they moved it to the pay-per-view?
No, Jesse. No. Listen, leave them be. Let them. They're a 5-round fight right now.
Or Jorge Masvidal versus Colby Covington.
Jorge Masvidal versus Covington. Okay. Now you have my attention.
Because they've been going back and forth, and Masvidal has been running from Covington, and it would make for a good fight that sells because everybody knows the history they have.
What about Hamzat?
No.
Throw him in the mix.
Because not everybody's sold on Hamzat yet.
Yeah, but he's a circus.
Yeah, but not everybody's sold.
The problem is the dance partner. You see Wonderboy wants no part of that. Which, you know what? Not for nothing. UFC. You should be licking our asses right now. We're doing your job for you.
Matchmaking.
We're matchmaking for the UFC right now, and you aren't paying us a goddamn dime. So I would like a kickback if you choose any one of the fights that we talk about tonight. We are helping you out. We're going to get to the bottom of this because with Usman and Burns not ending the year, you know, the pay-per-view, the big pay-per-view to end the year. And by the way, I mean, you got Nunes and Megan Anderson. Whoop-de fucking do.
I like that fight. I know.
Yeah?
I know you're not like the biggest fan. And
Anderson's going to get destroyed.
well, I'm not a huge fan of Nunes fights either, but I like Nunes Anderson. For some reason, there's something very enticing about that fight.
Unless Megan's toe finds her way in Nunes' eye, she's not winning that fight.
I find it to be very interesting.
She needs to put her whole foot in her eye in order to win that fight. You know, this could be a blessing in disguise with Usman and Burns off. The problem is, you're looking at this card, right? And now you're like, okay, let's put Aljo and Jan there.
But it's
that's not good.
I would honestly, if they were going to put Aljo and Jan, it's a good fight, you know, but it's not
end of the year.
Yeah, I don't think it's an end of the year thing. And if for some ungodly reason the UFC can't find anything but Aljo Jan, I would say that they move the double champ women's fight up to the main event and then put Jan Aldo as the co-main.
Wonderful.
Oh man, that's disgusting. I hope that doesn't happen.
Note to self. Don't get so damn excited when not the MMA hole starts that you knock your full glass of ice cold Kool-Aid over and saturate your iPad.
Oh God, is that what happened? It was funny until you said it fell on your iPad.
That's the worst. Fun fact, Marker. I don't know if you were here for it.
She's a pro at that.
I destroyed a Mac with a glass of wine because I was just trying to move a camera.
Yeah,
I reached for a camera and I bumped the wine and destroyed a Mac.
In the beginning of this show, the earlier days of this show, there was a stream where I got super excited. Actually, the computer we're using right now, it's a gaming computer, and underneath, apparently, they have something to protect the circuits. So it apparently caught what went on there. But yeah, I spilled some shit on that too. I hope it gets better. By the way, Apple's usually pretty good with fixing your stuff. So bring it to the Apple place and get that thing fixed up. And thank you for the donation.
Yeah.
All right, let's get to the bottom of this here. Okay, so 2 fights that work, but the problem with Covington and Masvidal is where would you slide that on this card? You make that a main event? You can't.
Yeah, you can't make that a main event.
So that's a co-main 3-round fight?
Yeah, what they would do is push Nunes Anderson up because that's the main event and it's a double champ fight.
No good.
And then they would do Masvidal Covington in the co-main.
Doesn't work.
Well, that's what they would do.
It needs to be 5 rounds.
And this is if they can't find any other title contention fight that makes more sense.
No good. Needs to be 5 rounds.
It needs to be as good as Usman, Burns, or better.
Masvidal and Covington aren't going to come back, you know, for a big money fight just for 3 rounds. It just is so stupid. No good. I want to see 5 rounds of those 2. Need that. So what I'm thinking is, oh God, you're gonna need. I'm thinking Henry versus Volkanovski.
I don't like it. I don't like it for a main event.
There's so much.
Stupid.
Yeah, but if you think about it, the Triple C. Think about what he's done. 125, 135.
I don't like it.
Now 145. Think about it. And he didn't lose any of those belts. He didn't lose them.
Well,
he retired.
He surrendered.
If he takes the 145-pound belt too.
Well, in fairness, though,
Think
Dana
about that
White
story.
was talking about him surrendering the flyweight belt because he wanted to defend a bantamweight for so long. Dana White was considering taking the flyweight belt, but Cejudo was smart, and he retired before Dana White could pull that belt. So
What?
it didn't look like that belt was taken from him.
No,
He surrendered
Cejudo.
it.
I think Cejudo is she's just trying to lobby for a big paycheck. I think that's what he's doing.
Yeah, I'm sure that was that was a contributing factor. But at the end of the day, I don't like it. I do not like Cejudo Volkanovski.
So would you rather Yan versus Aljo?
Honestly, yeah. If I had to choose between either one, I would say Jan Aljo.
So listen, it's interesting. I'm interested, especially a guy that's been on our show multiple times. But as a juicy fight,
yeah, I don't think it sells.
it doesn't do anything. It doesn't get my it doesn't tangle my ball sack. We got
what
Jan
about a title
Blachowicz.
contention for Jan? Because
Can he jump back in quick?
Yeah.
Jan Glover?
Well, Santos Glover is happening
Jan Santos?
before the fight. And if they don't get too injured and they get cleared, theoretically, they could fight for the title against Jan in December. Theoretically. Like, say they don't get too injured.
But is Jan Santos like something like it's a good fight? It's a good matchup.
Fun fight, yeah.
But is it something that's going to be like, oh man, end of the year?
I mean, I feel like most heavyweight title fights are usually fun and they sell. People like heavyweight title fights more than they like a featherweight title fight flying against a flyweight.
Am I weird for rather seeing Triple C versus Volkanovski? I want that circus. I don't know why.
It's not a circus though.
Yeah, what?
I don't like it. I don't like it.
Jesse.
I'm sorry. It's just my opinion.
125, 135, and could you imagine?
He's not gonna get. He's not gonna get 145.
But could you imagine if he does?
No, I think Volkanovski's too good for him.
But honestly, what if he does?
He won't. That's silly.
All right. What is the fight that you want to throw on there?
Let's see. Strip Usman says Kevin. Justin says it is. Rogelio, Ola, hello. Roberto, Mariah Sandhagen is.
But here's the thing: if you strip Usman, then now you have
Why
Gilbert Burns versus Colby. Like, think about it. Like, you're still throwing Gilbert Burns in the mix. So do you like Gilbert Colby or Gilbert Jorge? Yeah, it's not time to strip him.
But it doesn't make sense. Why strip him?
Sense.
They didn't even give a reason for why this fight was postponed yet.
No. Usman says he needs more time to get the steroids out of him.
Oh, is that what he said?
Apparently.
He said he needs more time?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, it's more Usman's fault than Burns.
Well, then, I suppose it's not unreasonable.
It's not over.
It's not unreasonable to consider stripping him, if that's what he said.
The only reason why I say don't is because the Colby or the Masvidal thing, as much as it's interesting to see them fight Burns, it's just not saucy. It's not juicy. You know what I'm saying?
Well, Colby Burns
and then
saucy.
you're taking Colby versus Masvidal away. You know, like you're pulling that fight needs to happen.
Well, no, you're not pulling it away because of whether it was Colby or Masvidal fighting Burns. Burns is going to win. So
wait. You're saying automatically Burns beats Masvidal and Colby?
And Colby. I believe Burns would beat Colby. In fact, I have a feeling Burns might beat Usman.
Yeah.
But I have a feeling if Colby Covington were to fight Gilbert Burns, it's a fun fight. I think people would be invested in it. I wouldn't be for a title. Man. But here's the thing. Burns could win and then fight Usman for the title whenever Usman is ready, and Colby can still fight Masvidal after the loss. It still makes perfect sense, Colby has to lose.
Don't take Colby and Masvidal away from me. That's the fight I want.
You see what I said? Like Colby, even if Colby fought Burns, as long as Colby loses, you still get Colby Masvidal.
Colby's going to beat Burns. What are you talking about?
He's not going to beat Burns. I actually think Burns might beat Usman. And Usman beat Colby.
So you're willing to risk, by your hunch, you're willing to risk Colby versus Masvidal because your predictions are all going to come true. I'm not
willing to risk
not
it.
risk anything and just give me that fight.
I'm not willing to risk it. I'm just saying if they were to put that fight together, it's not like you're losing everything because you still have that opportunity to have Masvidal Covington.
You can't just assume that if you push off a fight, make another fight, that fight that you pushed off.
Yes, that it's not going to go the way you want it to be. I know.
But you can't just assume that. So
all
when
I'm saying,
something's hot, you take it.
Oh my God. You're missing what I'm saying.
Hello, Kevin.
Yo, let me get that hog that the boy sent you. I need it for my collection. Autograph that shit too.
Whoa.
Just Moss, not JBH. And if she used it, don't bother unless it was used on Moss. Let me get that mystic mask.
Sure.
I'm the Hog Man from Hog City. Yee-ha.
Thank you, Kevin. Appreciate that. All right. So what we're discussing, if you're just jumping in, is we're trying to figure this out here. Gilbert Burns versus Usman is taken off of the end of the year card. You still have a title fight on that card. with Nunes and Megan Anderson, but that's just not enough. It's not spicy enough. We need another title fight on there. We've discussed other fights that you could potentially put on there that aren't title fights, but we need another belt fight. So Jesse is saying now strip Usman. Is that what you're saying?
No, I said it's not unreasonable to consider.
Okay, so what is your final fight to put there? You gotta give me an answer. What do you put in its place?
I like Colby Masvidal, but I don't know how it would make sense on the card.
Because it'll be a 3-round fight, co-main.
And it would be no title.
Okay. The answer is Henry Cejudo versus Volkanovski. Make it happen. That's it.
I hate that fight.
That's it. I mean, unless you got John Jones fighting at heavyweight.
Oh, yeah.
Unless you have Bones.
Could you imagine?
Slipping in and fighting Stipe.
Could you
imagine? Which I would love.
Well, or Dana White is swearing that Ngannou's getting that shot. So what if it was Ngannou Stipe? Which would make sense because Ngannou's had time to heal.
Yes, it would make sense. But Stipe's not going to take the fight.
I believe he will.
Nope.
For the right money,
paying
I think
him,
he will.
unless they're paying him a boatload of money, I think Stipe chills. He already beat him.
Mm-hmm.
He already beat him. I think Stipe is going to chill for some leverage. And I don't even know, is Stipe healthy? I don't know what his deal is. I haven't heard anything about Stipe.
After his last fight, he didn't have any doctor postponements.
So give me Stipe Jones. If I can't get Cejudo and Volkanovski, I'd rather Stipe Jones. That's great. That's the fight. Like, you're talking title fight? That's the fight. Anything else we missed on title fights? Let's see. Adesanya could come back.
And then there's Khabib still. But he's fighting Gaethje. Oh, what if... Because Khabib Gaethje is happening end of October. What if the winner of that, say they're not injured, and they get doctor clearance? What if they fight...
Nope, not happening.
Conor.
So here's the deal.
Or Khabib, Tony Ferguson, Dana White's talking about that again, by the way.
Tony versus who?
Khabib.
Oh my God!
Dana White.
Stop that.
I have a story on it. Dana White is seriously considering Khabib Tony again.
When was the last time Khabib fought and then immediately turned it around and fought again?
Well, I understand what you're saying. I'm just saying,
it's
what
usually
if?
like fight, wait a couple of years.
Yeah.
I mean, Khabib is not the type of guy that's gonna be like, okay, let's get back in camp, smash time. No, it's a long drawn out process with Khabib.
But not impossible.
Yeah, it is. That is. So what's your fight? What's the one you put there? I want a plausible fight. I don't want any fucking ridiculous fight. Give me something here. You can put another lady fight on there.
No, fuck that shit.
Weili Zhang? You want Weili? What about Weili versus Rose? You got 2 broad fights.
No,
I know how much you like broad fights.
I would say if they can get Stipe.
Oh, could you imagine all these broad fights on the card? By the way, Weili Rose is a great fight. Weili Rose to me is way better than Nunes and Anderson. Like light years better as a matchup. What about that?
That's because Weili's fun to watch.
Weili's great. And Rose is a psychopath. You take her off her meds and she's fantastic.
What?
Yeah. You take her off her fucking head pills and she's so much fun to watch. She's like full Sigourney Weaver, an alien, with her fucking shaved head.
When's Shevchenko's next fight?
Shevchenko was injured, right?
When's her next fight?
I don't know. Yeah, I don't care. I honestly don't care. All right. So you're not going to give me anything. You're not going to work with me.
I want to say Jan Aljo. I just know it doesn't sell, so it just doesn't make any sense. Everybody else, it doesn't make any sense either because there's like one reason or another why they can't be on the card.
I mean, Jan Aljo has to be co-main event. It can't even be main event.
John Jones Adesanya is fun, but I don't see Adesanya going up to 205 in that much time, and it would be a huge misplay on his end to try and do that unprepared. And then I don't like Cejudo Volkanovski. I just don't. But I guess, all right, if it makes the most sense, then Cejudo Volkanovski. That'll be the fight.
Wait, now you're saying Cejudo Volkanovski?
But I don't like it. I don't like it.
What happened?
I'm just saying, in terms of what the UFC might pick, I could understand your side as to why they would put Cejudo Volkanovski together.
Well, Henry
but
Cejudo
I don't like it.
Oh, here we go. With his 2 belts. It's like, well, I don't know where to put the 3rd one. How about around my waist? And Volkanovski all boring and shit. I'm going to smash him, because I am Volkanovski. I don't know how he talks. How does he talk, Volkanovski? All right.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, I'm going to... I don't know how to do Australian. Volkanovski has the fucking personality of a wet mop. Okay.
Notice there's a lot of champs now that shouldn't be champs because they can't sell themselves as champs. like Volkanovski, Peter
Who would have
Yan.
thought? Who would have thought we actually have champs that actually could fight? What a bummer.
But they can't sell them their personalities.
They can't market their themselves, but they're really good fighters, and that sucks. We like the people that can't fight and they can really market themselves.
Yeah.
Bring those people back.
Oh God. Well, no. Conor could market himself and he could fight.
Yeah, Conor's the best. What are you talking about? Conor is the
Same
most
with John
balanced fighter
Jones.
of all time because he literally throws the whole fucking organization over his shoulders.
John Jones, Israel Adesanya.
Jones sells. Izzy does sell. Yeah.
See,
Although,
so
did
weird.
Izzy sell a lot in his pay-per-view?
Yeah, the guy got 700,000 pay-per-view buys,
really
which
much.
came in 4th or 5th or something for the year.
For the year.
That's good.
But if you look overall, he's nowhere near the
Well,
top.
look at who he fought. Paulo Costa.
Paulo Costa is an undefeated Ricky Martin.
I bet he sold more pay-per-views with Yoel Romero.
Honestly, Izzy's not that. I don't understand, but they're not
well,
buying
he's
his
still building.
pay-per-views.
He's still building. No, yeah, they are. He's still building. I got to give him some time. It's not like.
But he's still not the big guys. He's not like the big dogs, you know?
Yes, he is.
Like you put Izzy and you put Nate Diaz. Nate Diaz is going to sell more pay-per-views than Izzy.
See, listen to Justin.
So what does that
Good
say?
Numbers. Justin even says good numbers. Come on.
It's decent numbers, yes, for the year. But if you're talking about guys that really pull the
You
volume.
got to give him time. He just fell into
Time?
his championship.
The guy's 32.
4 fights ago.
Oh, my God. He's one of the biggest pay-per-view guys right now. When you talk about Khabib, he's not even close. It's not even close to Khabib.
Khabib sells.
Yeah,
But
Khabib destroys everyone.
His personality is it depends on who he's fighting.
I bet Khamzat can headline a pay-per-view and get more buys than Izzy.
Yeah, I don't put money on that.
We'll see. We'll
I would
see.
not put money on that.
I'm telling you, even Masvidal, Jorge. You put Jorge on a card
Jorge's
now.
a
All of a
joke.
sudden, that's what I'm
Jorge's a
saying though.
complete joke.
But that's what I'm saying. Like Izzy
You can't compare.
He can be a superstar, but for some fucking reason,
No,
he is not
you
getting.
just think that he doesn't sell.
Why is he not getting the McGregor numbers? Because he's black. Why is he not getting
He's
it?
not McGregor. Nobody gets the McGregor numbers.
But why is he not getting that? Why is he not getting the? I mean, I think Bones
Let me
would
ask
sell
you
more.
this: who else who's a UFC champion right now comes a close second to McGregor, aside from Izzy? As far as sells.
I tell you what, Khabib is there. Like him and Khabib are the biggest draws.
Okay. Now, which champion who has a personality comes a close second to Conor McGregor for sales?
A personality? I tell you what, Nate Diaz is a huge draw now.
He's not a champion.
He's not a champion, but
I
he's a huge
asked
draw.
champions.
Champion. I mean, Bones would have to be next, but Bones, what's funny about him is he's always needed someone else in order for his pay-per-views to be big time. Like Bones versus Gus, no one's buying it. No one gives a fuck about Gustafsson. It's kind of fucking sad. Bones needs a dance partner, and he's the greatest of all time. John Jones is the greatest, but if you look at his pay-per-views, he always needs someone else with him. If you look at him like against a Santos or a fucking, like him versus Lionheart, how many fucking pay-per-views did that sell?
Well, Anthony Smith is not.
But that's what I'm saying. But if you put a Conor, a Khabib, it doesn't matter. They could be fighting fucking Mickey Mouse, and people are going to be buying. Although Mickey Mouse is a draw,
I can
so
almost put
that's
money
wrong.
on it that if you were to put Israel Adesanya versus Anthony Smith, more people would buy than the John Jones fight.
If you put it Adesanya,
If you take
no,
the
I
John
still,
Jones versus Anthony Smith numbers and compare them to if Izzy were to fight Anthony Smith, I guarantee Izzy's numbers are
let's
higher.
look at the pay-per-views. You want, where are the pay-per-views here? Let's pull them up.
You have to find like a list.
Is he still not in John Jones' level? Now, if you put them together, it's a whole different ballgame.
Right, but I'm saying if we're talking about just marketability as a champ,
There is something weird about Adesanya. He does pull some eyes, but
Pulls
it's
a lot
still
of
not.
eyes.
It's still not Ronda Rousey eyes or Conor
also have
eyes
to
or
remember-
Khabib eyes.
you also have to remember, when did he get his belt? What, 4 fights ago, I think? 4 fights ago? And John Jones has been holding his belt for a long time, defending for a long time. He had the opportunity to build those numbers. You're giving Adesanya 4 fights.
You also
build
have
those
to
numbers.
remember, though, that John Jones also got into a lot of trouble outside of the UFC.
Also build marketability for himself.
Okay, but the thing is, people don't want to buy pay-per-views for someone that's hitting pregnant
That's
women
so
and
untrue.
hopping over a fence.
That is so untrue. All publicity
The numbers
is
don't lie.
good publicity. It doesn't matter if it's good or bad, Moss.
The
if
numbers
your
don't
name
lie.
is in the headlines, whether you did something fucked up or something that is the most humane thing in the world, people are going to buy just to see what happens to
Okay,
you.
let's look at pay-per-view buys. Okay, here we go. Tapology. Good old Tapology is great, man. Okay, so of course Mayweather Pacquiao, but that doesn't count. UFC 229 has the most buys, and it has Khabib and McGregor, the
Both
perfect
marketable
formula.
champs.
Yeah. Okay. Mayweather Canelo. Come on with the boxing. Stop this. Diaz versus McGregor. Okay, there's McGregor again, but
The second one.
in fairness, Diaz helped. Tremendous.
Right.
Like
Yes.
Diaz helped in that situation. Listen, it's majority Conor, but Diaz definitely helped. He's got a big following. Okay, Mayweather all over the place here. McGregor Diaz again, UFC 196, and this one's kind of wild because this was supposed to be RDA. It's kind of crazy. Alvarez versus McGregor. Eddie Alvarez.
That one's shocking.
Eddie Alvarez.
Yeah.
Now we know Eddie Alvarez is not the draw, but here we go with Conor McGregor.
But we know Conor sells. We've already settled that Conor is the best
Okay.
on sales as a champion.
How about this?
Usman
UFC
Masvidal.
251. Let me get closer for you guys. This is like microscopic. I feel bad. I feel bad for you guys. I don't know if I could help you out. All right. Buy rate, date, yada, yada, yada. Okay, here we go. You ready? Ready, kids? So Usman versus Masvidal. That is definitely not because of Kamaru Usman. This goes to show you that Jorge Masvidal, okay? Jorge Masvidal has become a fucking superstar. Like, it's just kind of crazy, man.
Yeah, he's been able to market himself the right way. The problem is he's kind of a joke. And I think people are starting to see that he's kind of a joke.
Who?
Masvidal.
No, Masvidal's a shtick. Like, he's a shtick, but he backs up his words every once in a blue moon.
Mm-hmm.
All right, UFC 100 with 1,300 buys. Who was in the UFC 100? I can't even fucking remember. My mind is... Oh, you got
Lesnar.
Brock. There you go, Brock Lesnar. And you got GSP, too. GSP was a pretty big draw.
And then Henderson Bisping is a good fight,
There
too.
you go. Yeah, Broccoli. I mean, but look what we're talking about here. You know, like, okay, let's see how far we have to go in order to get to John Jones, right?
Okay.
All right, here's Aldo McGregor. All right, so take McGregor out, of course. And here's Lesnar and Carwin, you know?
Lesnar was a huge
and now we finally got to Ronda.
Mm-hmm.
Think about that.
But, yes. But you have to remember, when Ronda came in, not everyone was on board with the women's fighting. So it took a little
Jesse,
bit. And then when Ronda came in, she changed the game for women's fighting.
Yeah, when she came in, I mean, that was a fucking spectacle.
Mm-hmm.
Say what you will about her. All right, so I'm gonna scroll through this a little bit. You know, of course, Lesnar's in here a couple of times. How about Weidman versus Silva too? All right, McGregor, Cerrone's up there. St. Pierre, Liddell, Ortiz. Where's John? Where's John
182.
Jones?
Jones Cormier.
There he is.
First fight, 2015.
Look how far you have to go down to get
now
to
that's
Jones.
800,000 pay-per-view buys.
Okay, 860,000.
No,
right?
800,000, Moss.
Where does it say that? Where
182, Jones versus Cormier.
Oh, did I pass it? Hold on.
No, it's right. What are you doing?
I'm looking at this.
Yeah, scroll down a little bit more. Right there.
Oh, the first one. Okay. So the first one was 800,000. Yeah, but why are you passing 862,000? You missed that. Jones Cormier 2, right here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, look at this.
I missed it.
Yeah, look over here. Don't look at that. Look at this. Okay. All right. So yeah, Jones Cormier 2, 860, because Cormier and
So
Jones. It was a recipe
860,000.
for the two of them. The two of them together did
And
that.
then there's yes.
All right. So I'm going to scroll down some more. Scroll down some more.
Boom. Adesanya Costa 700,000. He came in so short.
Yeah. How far down? We had to go a pretty long way.
But forget the list. Look at the numbers. 860,000 compared to 700,000. He came in so close behind. And this is what I'm trying to say. This is fighting Paulo Costa. If Adesanya did have, say even moved up to light heavy, I guarantee Adesanya sells more. You have to give Adesanya that opportunity to defend as much as John Jones did, and I guarantee the numbers would be right there.
Baby girl, look at this. I'm going up. They're not even close.
You have to be open-minded to what I'm saying, because I don't think you're listening. I don't think you're trying to understand what I'm saying.
And think about this.
You're not.
Think about this. Adesanya versus Costa had no gate. More of a reason for people to buy pay-per-views.
Right?
If there was a gate, less of a reason for people to buy pay-per-views. You understand what I'm saying? And they still got only 700,000.
Yes.
Now think about that.
I truly believe that if you give Adesanya the same amount of defense time as John Jones had, the numbers would be there.
If Adesanya stays as a champ as long as John Jones is, it is very surprising that John Jones needed a guy like Cormier in order to sell. You know, but
they had
the reason being,
beef.
The reason being is because John Jones fucked up. That's why.
Yeah, and this is what I was trying to tell you. You're like, oh, people don't want to buy.
So what's his excuse?
Izzy doesn't have an excuse. I'm not giving Izzy an excuse.
What's the next Izzy fight? Because if you look at this, right, Costa versus Adesanya, okay, that one there. If you think about it, let me scroll through. If you think about it, Paulo Costa, you have to give a little play in this. This is an undefeated stud Brazilian, good-looking guy, likes to finish people, always in exciting fights. So it's not just Izzy. So let's scroll some more. When was the next time Izzy got anything on this list?
I don't think it's on the list.
That's why, I mean, when you look at guys like McGregor.
But you keep
you're like,
missing what
the
I'm
fuck?
saying. So I'm not going to keep repeating myself.
No, here's the point, Jesse. Okay? Izzy had Costa for help in that fight, too, in order to get that high.
Most of these high level sales come because there's two people. There's both opponents are able to sell. That's generally why they make it so high on these things. It's not the responsibility of one. Maybe one has more than the other.
Wonderful.
D-Rest.
10 days ago, Dana said Khamzat will headline a UFC event with a ranked opponent in his next fight. So we'll see the numbers Khamzat can bring.
I'm telling you this.
But that will be a fight night. That won't be a pay-per-view.
What if Khamzat ever gets a belt, this dude will skyrocket past Adesanya unless they meet, which is it's possible. Those two could fucking meet. But if Khamzat gets a belt, he will skyrocket past Izzy. Now I can't seem to put my finger on the fact maybe people just don't like Adesanya. Maybe they just don't like him. I mean, the guy is playing a heel, you know, but at the same time, you see 700,000 buys and you're like, "Oh, okay. Well, I mean, that's pretty good, but is it great?"
Well, for only defending his title for four fights, I mean, that's pretty good. I guarantee you give him a couple more fights and his views are going to be much higher.
He is like Conor 2.0. He's better. He's better than Conor. He's better. He's sat and defended. He's annihilating people.
As far as marketability is concerned, I would say Conor's better.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is he is the full package. He is charismatic. He's got the look. He's got some sort of following. People are listening to him. People are following him on social media. And now he's backing it up. You can't beat the guy. Guy could be one of the best middleweights of all time. In fact, this dude he could be a triple champ himself. Right? So what I don't understand is you had a very similar trajectory as Conor, but how the fuck does Conor become a fucking superstar? And Izzy's still like, I'm over here. People like me, but they're not buying my pay-per-views.
That fight yet.
Huh?
You know, like Conor, like John Jones, for example, had that fight, which was the Gus fight. Or if you even want to use the Daniel Cormier fight, you could use that. He had the fight. Like, he was doing good. His rankings were moving up. His numbers, his sales were moving up. But you have to have that fight. And I think Conor had that fight as well. The Eddie Alvarez fight. I think that was it.
No.
I don't think, or even Jose Aldo. The Jose Aldo fight was so quick, and it was such a huge talking point.
Let me tell you something.
I believe Izzy has not had that fight yet.
When Conor fought in Ireland, was it Brimage? When he fought in Ireland, the buzz about Conor was so fucking insane. So insane. I remember running to my parents' barbecue after that fight in Ireland. I mean, before the fight happened, I ran to it was my brother's house, or it was my brother's house. My parents were there, and I was watching it on the computer. I'm like, you got to fucking see this kid. I didn't curse because I don't really curse in front of my parents. You got to see this kid, Conor McGregor. No one at the barbecue gave a shit. But I saw this buzz. Like, people were like, this is the guy. This is the guy. He had the shtick. He had the look. He had the whole thing, right? He's knocking everyone out, you know? He came into the UFC like that. Izzy had the same thing.
Yeah.
Izzy comes into the UFC, and people are looking at him like, this dude looks like Anderson and John Jones had a baby. I remember that very clearly. She jumped aboard like, yes, this is the guy. Why is he not selling, though?
He is selling, and this is what you missed it again.
I'm talking superstar selling. Why is it not happening?
You missed what I'm saying. He is selling, but he needs the fight.
What?
He needs he hasn't
fight?
had it yet, and
What do you mean?
I don't
He
think
just
we're gonna
destroyed
know until we get it. It might be John Jones.
You mean to tell me he needs to wait to fight the greatest fighter of all time in order for people to give a shit?
I am telling you, there has to be a fight that people can remember, and I don't think he's had a fight people can remember yet. He's had great fights
What was his last
and
fight?
great finishes. Yeah, great finishes. I just don't think they're fights that people can
What
remember.
about him and Kelvin Gastelum? How the
Great
fuck do
fight.
you forget that fight?
You never forget that fight.
So-
but I'm talking about like the fight. You know what I'm talking about.
So you're telling me when Conor beat Brimage, like that was the fight?
No, that was your fight. That's what you needed. I'm talking about a fight
right.
that people need to see.
Listen, I hear you just super defending this guy and not
Listen,
talking
you can
about
call it
there is
whatever you want.
There's a peculiar thing going on.
I firmly believe that his sales will skyrocket.
It should. It should. And 700,000
So it
buys
doesn't
is
make any
nice.
sense to question why he doesn't have the sales now.
But,
He just fucking
but
became
let me
a
ask you a
champion.
question. If he's fighting a fucking guy like Anthony Smith, do you think he's getting 700,000 buys? No, he's not.
No. But I never said that.
So that's what I'm saying. What is the reason? You're saying he needs a big fight.
Yeah.
A guy like Adesanya does not need a big fight. This guy is the guy. And why are we not giving a fuck?
People do give a fuck. You don't give a fuck.
Or
and
more
you're
people
relating it to everyone else.
I am looking at pay-per-view buys. I'm just looking at
700,000
numbers.
is a lot of pay-per-view buys.
Yeah, for a guy. But look at how many people are ahead of him. I mean, you're talking
Of
Jorge
course
Masvidal.
people are going to be ahead of him.
So what was Jorge Masvidal's big fight? You talking about the 2 knockouts? Ben Askren?
Jorge Masvidal did very good marketing himself. I honestly think
Darren
the way
Till?
Izzy markets himself is not
Wonderful.
not enough.
Connor had a country. Izzy is a weeb, supports a divisive group like BLM and less great rivalries. My opinion at least.
That's a good point.
Izzy is shooting himself in his foot.
Yeah, that's a really good
That's
point.
what he's doing.
Because he's making these political opinions out loud, and not everybody wants to hear your opinion. They want to just watch you fight. And when you put your opinion in there, it pisses people off and they fall off the wagon.
Listen, I am it's cool that you support Izzy the way you do. You're a huge Izzy fan.
I'm open to
You're
the
ride or
idea
die.
that he's not doing it
And
right.
I no, I get it. I'm not saying, and I'm not trying to criticize Adesanya. Adesanya. I'm just going to say it. I can't fucking say
you
his
don't
name.
have to just say it.
But it is peculiar, like, how the numbers just don't match the superstar that this man is. It's
Well,
kinda
Sanosi made a
crazy.
good point.
Yeah, maybe that's what it is. Or is it race?
I don't think it's race. I think it's...
Then why is John Jones? Is it because of his antics outside the cage? Or is it because he's a black guy?
I don't think it's race. I don't think race is involved at all. I genuinely think, well, first of all, John Jones's antics outside the cage are definitely a huge proponent for why he has received so many buys. People want to pay attention to him because they want to know what's going on.
I'm going to throw this out there, okay? Listen, I don't understand. Because when I look at these numbers, right? Now, if you want to hear a crazy stat, okay? Besides Mayweather, put Mayweather away. I mean, the guy is a megastar, right? The highest pay-per-view buy rate by an African-American is what? 1, 2,
Usman.
3, 4. Yeah, 5 fights from the top. And it's Kamaru Usman, who is not a draw in any way. Why don't black fighters sell? When you have guys like Anderson Silva.
I don't
You
think
got
it's
guys
about
like John
race.
Jones, Adesanya.
I
Why
think-
are they not selling?
I think you're making this about something it's not.
Oh,
I
yeah?
really
Yeah?
believe that. Yeah,
What's,
I do.
what's the answer then?
What do you mean? It's just about how they... First of all, I have no idea who Usman
Maybe we don't
jumped
care
up there.
about African-American fighters, Jesse.
Moss, that wouldn't be the case since Usman got his title from Tyron Woodley, who's also a black fighter. That doesn't
Yeah.
make any sense.
It does make sense.
No, the logic is skewed.
Answer my question, though. I asked you this question, okay? The highest pay-per-view buy rate by an African-American fighter is Kamaru Usman. And
Yes.
we all know it's because he fought Masvidal. All right? So why the hell is this all a bunch of honkies and shit, and Spanish and Russian, whatever? No black guys. What's going on with that?
I think with the Usman thing, remember when he took Tyron Woodley's belt and everyone was super shocked about it because Tyron Woodley had been holding onto his belt for so long?
Is it racism?
I believe that they wanted to see if Usman could hold it. And then Masvidal was just the perfect recipe for that. You know, they had that beef between each other. So I think...
Why did it take so long for... Well, I can't say with the female thing with Angela Hill because honestly, there hasn't been any real like superstar black female African-American
I think you're just looking for
fighters.
a reason to turn it about
No,
race.
this is actually me being woke for a second here. I'm being a little woke here. I'm being a woke white boy. I'm looking at the pay-per-view buy rate, and I see no black guys.
Wonderful.
I see no one on top. No superstars.
You curse in front of your parents. They watch you on the live stream. What you talking about, Willis?
I do, but this is a character. I'm a complete I'm a sweet young man.
He actually
Okay.
doesn't curse in front of his parents.
No, I don't.
It's like
I try
he's
not
an
to.
alien.
I don't do it. I also don't do cocaine in front of them. We got some interesting
Wonderful,
stuff to talk
wonderful.
about here.
I agree with JBH Titsy Adesanya needs that great rivalry to truly become that star. Yoel could have been the fight but he shit the bed. If you remember, Anderson was big but he didn't truly become that guy until he fought JLP Summon.
True. It's true. It's crazy, man. I'm looking at this. I'm actually like, this is a conversation that wasn't meant to be spoken about tonight. But I'm looking at this. You got Rashad Evans up here, okay, when you go down a little bit. But why not? What, these big super fights? It's kind of wild. And why is Izzy not bigger than he should be?
You keep
It's
asking
just-
that question.
It's
I've
just,
given
I
you a
don't know,
million different answers.
listen,
I don't think you just want to buy
But
the fact
can
that
you-
Izzy can be big.
but can you admit that you were incredibly biased with Izzy?
Yeah, I am biased
Okay.
with Izzy, but I was also open to the idea that Izzy wasn't marketing himself right, which is why I know that my opinion giving to you is not biased.
Okay, so let's find out in the chat. We need to talk to unbiased people.
Also remember there were 3 title fights on the Usman card.
Yep.
Shit was gonna sell. Rampage and Rashad had over 1 million and their fight wasn't even a title fight.
That's another good point. Who else was on the cards?
Rashad was a G.
See, we're looking at just the main event. Who else was on these cards?
But Jesse, I am talking about big main event, the face of the UFC type deal. If you really look at it, there hasn't been an African-American fighter that has been the face of the UFC. We like to say John Jones is the GOAT, but the pay-per-view buys don't back it up. It's kind of weird. Now John Jones has gotten into a lot of trouble, so, I mean, you can attribute it to that. What the hell is Adesanya's reasoning? Doesn't make any sense.
I didn't even think about the idea that the rest of the fights on the main card could play a contributing factor for why it didn't sell as many. That's a good reason. There's
And
another one for you.
You could put Khabib on a card with a bunch of, like, just turds, just pieces of dog poo, like different shaped dog poo, Jesse. Put him on that card, it's going to sell. Put Conor McGregor on that card, it's going to sell.
The champ fight always sells, but what I'm saying is sometimes having better fights, or like take UFC 217 for example, 3 title fights on there, all underdog wins. If you take that, like, of course that's going to do 1,000,000 times better. Even if they just had the 1 title fight, yeah, it would sell a lot, but having the 3 title fights there was impeccable. So I do believe that it has something to do with who else is on the card.
All right, let's ask the people in the chat, what do you think the reasoning is for this? And then we're going to move on. I mean, we got a lot of shit to talk about. We got to cram it in quickly.
Justin says Silva would headline pay-per-view at light heavyweight as non-title fights. He was a star. Sam says because he is from third world. Kevin Adesanya making you dance, Christopher. Heavy Microgro says Rashad Evans deserved more fanfare and promotion than he got. Ruben Rivera, as stated, BLM weeb, maybe foreigner. Time will tell. He's new generation. Moronic Emergency says Connor sold 825K with Mendez. Drunk Savage says racism. Johnny Smith, it's competition they face. If people think Izzy will lose it, will sell. None of these fights had a chance. Pulse says truck thump. Izzy is a skinny dork, says Valid Rowdy. Matt Stone says double champ, yeah, with illegal streams. Arioka says Izzy has no ground game and is boring.
They're like, hey, there's a black guy fighting. Let's steal that fight.
Cal says boring and fake. Silver Superstar says D Brown. John Raff says Dana White is and always will be the face of the UFC. Casual with balls says anime fans, poor hygiene equals infected nipple.
Okay. So let's talk about this really quick here because we did spend a lot of time on this topic. Aldana takes a beating, complete beating from Holly Holm, just completely destroyed. Carlos Felipe, Jorgen De Castro was the co-main event, and Jesus Christ, what a terrible fight. And Felipe was literally spanking him. There's videos floating around the interwebs where Carlos Felipe was frustrated, pinned against the fence, and was slapping De Castro's ass. Jermaine Durandamy with an impressive guillotine choke over Juliana Pena. People out there on the internet are lobbying for Holly Holm Durandamy Part 2. And I need you to stop it.
That is so bad.
I need you to stop now. Because like I said on social media, I have PTSD from UFC 208. Barclays Center. I was there in the building. Now, granted, things did fall apart on that card. I think the Black Beast was supposed to be on there. They pulled the Black Beast off to headline like another card or some shit like that. And I was like, why? What are you doing? Anderson Silva fought a terrible fight. I think it was against Brunson. And you have Holly Holm versus Durandamy as the main event. People were walking out before, I shit you not, they were walking out before Holm and Durandamy. We were sitting in the stands and watching people walk out before Holm and Durandamy. And they were right, because that was ridiculous. There were shots like after the bell, illegal shots from Durandamy. People hated the decision. The people that stayed in the stands were booing like crazy. UFC 208, we even made a shirt saying, I survived UFC 208. These are facts. To the fucking casuals out there that want Holly versus Durandamy, yes, they both look great right now. I swear to fucking God, if this happens, I will come to your house and I will rape your whole family in front of you. I will strap you to a chair and I will have sex with your dog, your every animal in the house, your neighbors. I'll ring your neighbors' doorbells and I'll have sex with all of them as well. What? Why in the holy hell would you want that to happen again? No. None of that. Holly is very good. Duran to me looks very good right now. Oh, they're on a crash course. Let's make it. Maybe it's good. No! Okay, I need to get that.
You heard it here first.
No. Stop these people from talking about this fucking fight. The dogs get it too, XX. Everyone's getting it. Anyway, what's the next story, Jess?
Oh, you're going to love this one. Dana White says he's almost scared to rebook Khabib versus Tony Ferguson, but is hopeful of doing so.
Oh, my God. No!
According to MMA Junkie, 5 times Khabib versus Ferguson have been booked to fight each other, and 5 times the matchup has fallen apart. Could the 6th attempt at booking 2 of the top UFC lightweights be the charm? UFC President Dana White is open to the idea as much as it scares him. He says if Khabib does beat Justin Gaethje, you get Tony Ferguson another fight, which we're working on right now. and hopefully that fight with Khabib happens because I know people want to see it. The 5 previous bookings between UFC lightweight champ Nurmagomedov and Ferguson fell through for a variety of reasons, from a global pandemic to a weight cut gone awry to Ferguson tripping on a wire that led to a major knee surgery. White joked that if he books the fight again, something even more catastrophic might take place, like an asteroid.
Come on, is he trolling us here? No. Is he trolling us that he's really going to do this?
So I checked multiple sources, and Dana White is indeed looking at planning Khabib versus Ferguson if Khabib wins the Gaethje fight.
Oh, come on, man. Enough. By the way, after seeing, and I understand you can make your excuses. I made excuses. I thought that Tony would be the guy that can derail Khabib. I am way off of that train. It only took 1 fight from me. I just realistically put all the pieces to the puzzle together and realized, no, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't. Stop the fight. Stop the fight, Dan Hardy. Please. No, he's going to get mauled. Hate to break it to everyone that thinks that Tony's got a shot. It's not happening.
Wonderful.
And the fight's not happening, so it doesn't matter.
In the Usman case, it helped have 2 other title fights. His fight with Covington didn't sell shit.
It's true. Yeah, Kamaru Usman is not a draw. He's not.
He's also not a good champ, to be honest. He doesn't really sell himself well, and it's difficult to get him to defend.
But I tell you, what was I talking? I got sidetracked for a second. I was going to say something and I lost my whole train of thought. What were we talking about? We were talking about
Khabib Ferguson?
No, that donation.
Oh.
Usman, Covington selling a fight. You said what?
I said Usman's not a good champ.
And then I just completely, I don't know what happened. I literally spaced. It's been that kind of day for me today. I am spacing. And you know what's making me space? It's fucking Khabib versus Tony. Listen, other than the fact that I believe that Khabib will maul Tony, okay? Other than that, I don't want to be let down anymore. How many times do you want fucking blue balls? Like how quick we all forget. I think
it's kind of funny. And
funny?
I do.
Like, it could destroy a card.
At this point, it's pretty funny. And if you think about it, if it does end up happening, can you imagine the level of excitement from UFC fans that they're actually going to finally see a fight that was promised to them 5 times before that?
You know what? Tony Ferguson, I'm going to say this, I'm going to piss a lot of people off. Tony Ferguson versus Khabib may have been the most overhyped, boring fight of all time. You know? Oh, I remember the point that I was going to make. I'm telling you right now, I think Khabib, the snap jitsu shit, oh, Tony's dangerous off his back, this and that. No, Khabib is going to fucking gobble the legs up, pin him onto the fucking mat, and beat his fucking head in. It's CTE, Tony. No, I don't want to see the poor guy who thinks his son is Jesus right now. I don't want to see him get his fucking head bashed in by Khabib.
He's on meds now.
I don't want to see it. After watching him lose to Gaethje, and I know matchups, Tony's soul got taken in that Gaethje fight. Like, Gaethje it was so pathetic watching, and I was dying inside watching how Gaethje just completely broke down Tony Ferguson. No. I am sorry. Now, Tony versus Conor? Sure. Let's make that happen. I'd rather see that way over the fucking Khabib fight. Conor's not going to take it, and I understand why. He's off a loss. Conor wants to get these guys up top going up. That's what Conor wants to do. And it's dangerous. But I'd rather see that. If you mean to tell me that you would rather see Tony Ferguson versus Khabib over Tony Ferguson versus Conor, you need your fucking head examined. That's what everyone should be calling for. That's the fight. If you want to see a crazy carnage fight, make that happen. Do that.
I think I'd rather see Khabib Tony.
Because you know inevitably what's going to happen.
No, I just find it so funny. And honestly, I feel like the level of excitement would be so crazy if they actually manage, you know? So,
I don't care.
I'm on the
I don't care
Tony
anymore.
Khabib train.
I don't care, man. I don't care about Khabib and Ferguson anymore. I loved the fight when we were talking about it 5 times. But come on. You know, enough's enough. Santa's not real. Neither is Tony versus Khabib. All right, we're going to start the clock. The Save the Show. Tonight's a great night to have a save on our second channel. With every donation that comes in while that clock is ticking, we will extend the show that much more time. So let's start the clock over here, JBH. All right, let's see if we got some heroes tonight.
I need a hero.
Drop a donation, extend the show. We'll open the phone lines up.
Wonderful, wonderful.
If no donations come in, that's fine. We'll be back live on Wednesday night, so no worries there. But make sure you hit the like button. 78 likes is like, it's just stupid when you have 337 people watching.
Why the fuck are you clicking like?
It's kind of stupid. So you need to stop being stupid.
It's just a thumbs up.
Yeah, please. Stop being stupid. Immediately. All right, what's next on the website over here? Pulled.
Eugene Behrman says Israel Adesanya may go to 205 next and has his heart set on fighting John Jones.
Hope it happens. That let's talk about that over
your prayer may be
Khabib
answered,
and fucking Tony, man. Fuck that.
According to MMA Fighting's Alexander K. Lee. I'm going to give a shout out to the authors now.
Yeah, give it to him. He deserves it.
When Israel Adesanya sets his mind to a task, it gets done, and that apparently includes a super fight with longtime light heavyweight king John Jones. Adesanya's coach, Eugene Behrman, isn't looking too far ahead, but acknowledged the growing feud between the two on a recent interview with Submission Radio. While he could do without the personal trash talk between the two UFC superstars, he does expect them to settle their differences in the octagon at some point. Behrman said, quote, "Yeah, bringing parents into it is like, I can't vibe with this, to be honest. I can't vibe with this whole thing. That's why I try to ignore it, especially if you're telling me they're bringing parents into it. It's like..."
Oh shit, we got at least 10 more minutes coming here. More! Yeah.
Hey, I can see your underwear. Put your boobies in the air, fapping like I just don't care. Can I lick your pubic hair? Snap a picture, time to share. Took my meat vision impaired. Filthy mind, I need a prayer. Pervert cameraman, beware. Pervert cameraman, show them tits. Hit. Pervert cameraman, $10 tip. Pervert cameraman, ARIEL Celeste. Pervert cameraman, show them breasts. Boobies.
Hell yeah, boobies, baby.
Save the show.
Save the show.
Throw 10 minutes on there, Jesse. Thank you very much, Mr. Mark. Oh shit, we got some heroes. We got heroes.
Colby Covington wants to kiss your hand.
A lot.
Donald Trump, can I kiss your hand? Kiss your hand. Kiss your hand. Trump, you have a delicious hand.
A lot.
Kiss that hand.
Save the Kevin is a phone call late show.
15 minutes.
Hell yeah, baby. Thank you, D-Rest and Mark, for being heroes. Got a lot of heroes tonight? What do you think?
I need a hero.
All right, 2:12 left on the clock. Plenty of time. Well, it goes quick, so be careful. Whoa, grab that too. Look at you two. Cute. All right.
Boss, do I look blurry over here?
I want to change this camera. I definitely want to change it.
Come on, get loud. MMA-Holes in the crowd.
Drunk!
Come on, get loud. MMA-Holes in the crowd.
Wonderful, wonderful.
MMA-Holes in the crowd. MMA-Holes in the crowd.
Yeah.
MMA-Holes in the crowd.
Hell yeah, that's another 6 minutes.
21 minutes.
Save the show. Okay, that last 5 minutes really triggered me. I'm fucking coming for you, Moss motherfucker.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Drunk Savage. 125 left in the show. And Jesse, will we get another save tonight?
Yes, sir.
Please.
Oh, shit!
Don't ever buy another
The
UFC
double
pay-per-view.
champ with the Fitty coming in. Double champion.
I don't want your money. Pussies, pussies.
Hell
I don't
yeah.
want your money. Pussies, pussies.
Oh, we
pussies,
got heroes tonight.
Pussies, I don't want your money.
Woo!
Pussies, money, pussies, money, pussies, pussies. You're a moron.
Yes.
I don't want your money. Money, money,
Oh, shit.
money. Pussy, pussy.
Going
money.
down tonight on
Pussy,
Monday.
pussy.
I don't give a f.
Monday's night streaming.
Save the show, hit the like button, you fucks.
That's right, 94 likes.
Hour and 11 minutes.
111. Ooh, we can get up to 2 hours, maybe. I don't know. We'll see what happens here with 30 seconds left in the save. Will there be your hero, Jesse? I don't know. I don't know. I'm nervous, yet aroused. But at least we got that much time. That's pretty good. We're going to have a party tonight. Make sure if you call in, just keep calling in, and we'll try to get to each and every one of you. Oh, shit. Touch him. Oh, yeah. Touch him. At the buzzer. At the buzzer. Touch each other in the chat. Touch. We got some ship action. All right, how many minutes is that?
He touched me.
touched
Save the show. Stick around.
Woo!
1 hour and 51 minutes.
Hey! That is wonderful, wonderful.
Wonderful.
How about that? The people becoming heroes on the second channel. Holy smokes. That's, wow. I did not expect that. Thank you very much, guys and gals. Really appreciate the support. Once again, we're going at an hour and 51. You ready? You ready, Jesse?
I'm ready. I'm ready.
You sure you're ready?
I'm ready.
You positive?
I'm ready.
Phone calls? Mongoloids?
Mongoloid.
You ready?
Oh, yeah. I got to pee, though.
All right.
Hello, you're live with the MMA-Holes. What's your name and what's on your mind?
What's up, Jesse and Chris? It's Drunk Savage.
No way!
Drunk Savage. What's up, Jesse and Chris? It's Drunk Savage.
I can't believe you're calling right now. Drunk Savage, what's on your mind?
Not much.
Wonderful, wonderful.
I have a respect for everybody in the chat.
MMA-Holes?
Vlad's one of them. Kevin from Chicago. AMH, I mean the knitter.
I'm just enjoying this.
I can hear you.
Hi, this is Billy.
We have Sean Hart.
Hey there, what? What's up, man?
What's up, Pulse?
Oh, it's Justin Jr.
Fuck you, Cole.
Okay, no.
Lord.
RX?
Mark Rowe, Heavy Mike Rowe, D-Russ, Sean Man, Vigo, Big Bob, Basically Dragon White, Nick C, Vigo Star, Country Dong, Shannon Stewart, Bro, hell yeah, Ben Shimon, CC 2.0, Peter Phillies,
Jeremiah. Hey, Lee W. Michael Anzalone.
MMA-Holes?
Man, what a wonderful, wonderful community. Wonderful, wonderful.
Oh, I feel it. I feel good. I feel sexy. I feel swole. Listen later, slap this. All
I
right.
like biting your shoulder.
I know. I had to go to the bathroom and wipe your face off my shoulder, too.
What?
Nah, that's all right. I still love you, Jesse. You're the best.
I spit on you.
Yeah.
Alrighty then, 516-522-0267. All right, let's put this together here. Together forever and ever. Together forever. All right, there's the number up there. I'm going to open up the phone line. So we had an interesting conversation earlier in the show about IZZY and John Jones and, you know, being a draw and what it takes and why Israel isn't a bigger draw. Jesse thinks she is a big draw, and I mean, Freudian slip. No.
Wonderful.
Anyway, we'll talk about that. But why not? I don't know. Why is he not that superstar? Like, why is it taking so long?
Give him time.
I don't know. Give him time. What are we waiting for?
Let's get
John
these
Jones?
phone lines open.
Maybe we're waiting for John Jones to fight him. And we'll see. Do you think Izzy will be a bigger star than John Jones? I think.
Yes.
Yeah, I would go with yes, too. Because honestly, John Jones, who is the GOAT, I feel like he can be bigger. You know? I feel like he could even be a bigger star. Just, unfortunately, he's a nudnik. 516-522-0267. All right, let's open that up.
516-522-0267.
Let's talk to the Mongoloids.
Mongoloid.
That's from the Saturday stream. For those of you that were in attendance for the Saturday Mongoloid stream.
Unknown caller, you're live with the MMA Holes. What's your name? What's on your mind?
Yo, John Savage.
What's up?
Hey, drunk.
Well, first, I think the fight to replace one is definitely Jan versus Aljamain Sterling.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, it's really like the only fight they can put together this close to the fucking card that could happen. I mean, they could do Colby versus Masvidal if it's for the bad motherfucker title.
Yeah, so, I mean, the fight makes sense, right? It makes sense. Like, these... Aljo deserves it. My problem with it is, where do they put it? Is it the co-main? Is it the main event? Where does it sit?
That's definitely the main. Come on.
Wait, so Peter Yan versus Aljamain Sterling is... I mean, Amanda Nunes is the best women's fighter of all time.
Yeah, but it's women's MMA. Come on.
So you're going to have a guy in Aljamain Sterling who has never even come close to headlining a pay-per-view?
I think, he could put the smack talk together for Jan. But I think, that'd be the better draw. I mean, come on.
Okay.
I mean, who's Nunes fighting again?
Nunes got Megan, which is, I mean, she's going to get killed.
Yeah. Does anybody care about that fight, to be honest?
No, I don't. But, I mean, Amanda Nunes, it would be a real slap in the face if you have Piotr Jan and Aljamain Sterling ahead of... I would have
I
a chip
just
on my
saw
shoulder.
on fucking Twitter, Jan is saying he's got other plans, so I wonder what that could be.
Probably a brothel or something, right, Jess?
Yeah.
He's got other plans, so he can't do it?
That's what he's saying, I guess.
Let's see.
All right. What if Cejudo's coming back for his belt? And they made him a good deal.
I think Cejudo, yes. Cejudo versus Volkanovski. That's saucy. Let's get some spunk and some spice. I like that.
Yeah, I don't know. Danny doesn't want to fucking make that one for some reason.
Well, money. I think that's the reason. I think Henry's probably
I think he's also kind of pissed off that Cejudo retired. He was on a fucking roll right there, dude. Come on, Cejudo could have been the fucking star that had been fucking ran that shit.
But here's the thing. He's Ali's guy, right? And he probably didn't get paid really Ali money yet. So now after his last performance, Ali's probably like, stay retired until you get paid what you deserve. So I think that's what it is. I think that's what's going on with Henry right now, and that's the reason why we can't get him a fight.
I think Ali's costing him more money than he's going to make in the long run.
Well, say what you will about Abdelaziz. The guy, he makes his fighters some cash. Like, everyone benefits with him.
Yeah, I guarantee you that's only because he's got a fucking Khabib as champion and Usman as champion. Once Usman loses his belt and fucking Khabib retires, we're going to see a different fucking story from the UFC and Ali.
Well, what's going to be interesting is that guy from the PFL that's suing the PFL. You have that story?
Yeah. What's
Armstrong?
his name? Lance? Something?
Lance Armstrong? Lance Bass? What's his name, Jesse? Lance Palmer?
The guy from Alpha Male.
Palmer, right? Is that his name?
Yeah, Lance Palmer.
Lance Armstrong. Yeah, Lance Palmer, who looks great in PFL. Apparently, he's not getting paid, and he only has one nut. Oh, wait, that's the wrong guy, right, Jesse?
Yeah, I don't get why PFL can't fucking go ahead. I mean, everyone else is.
PFL, yeah, I don't know what their deal is. Imagine, like, apparently other people are suing. Imagine they never had the money. They're just like, you're going to get $1 million. And they're like, whoops.
I feel like it was a little irresponsible of them to promise $1 million, if they win.
Maybe it was based off of future projections with what money they would make.
Well, apparently it says in their contracts, though, and I guess they voided that. So it was a little irresponsible on PFL's part.
Oh, man.
They might not get that all at once. It could be over time.
Yeah. Over 700 years, you'll get paid. Oh, you didn't read your small print? Yeah, you're not going to be alive to see the rest of your money, but you're getting paid. Someone's getting it. That's crazy, man.
Yeah, read that fine print.
It's nuts. I wonder how much he got paid so far. Do you know?
I don't know. Yeah, I have no idea.
But you have Ali as your manager, and why not throw him? Actually, he's more of a Bellator guy. He's very good in PFL, but I feel like in the UFC he'll get exposed. Throw him in Bellator.
Yeah, I don't see him going too far. He's featherweight, right?
What's that?
He's featherweight, right?
I think so. Yeah, right. Is he? I don't even fucking know. I have no clue. I don't remember.
I'm pretty sure he's featherweight.
I pretend that PFL doesn't exist anymore. I don't know what it sounded like a great idea, and now that we haven't seen it in a while, I kind of don't miss it. So
yeah, really.
Yeah.
It's just like whatever. Come back, don't come back. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, I feel like the UFC has skyrocketed so far ahead of everything else right now with this whole how they're handling the pandemic. I think they're doing it just better than everyone else, like by a mile. So it's like, who cares?
Yeah. Well, Bellator guys haven't really gotten COVID, have they? Maybe like one or two.
I don't even know. Honestly, I've been a very terrible MMA host because I've completely turned my back on Bellator. Jesse, I mean, I watched the Gallagher fight, but back in the day, we'd be live for that shit.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just ever since the pandemic, it
I don't care anymore.
Lost its luster.
Yeah.
You know what happened was the UFC kept their stuff going, and the Bellator shut down for a little while, and then we were all focused on the UFC, and then when Bellator came back, it's like, who gives a fuck?
But their product is so watered down right now, it just doesn't feel right.
Yeah. Are you going to go live for MVP?
I mean, he's one of the few guys that we do go live for. When is he fighting? Is he fighting soon?
Yeah, I think it's next Thursday.
Thursday?
Yeah, I don't know why they're doing like Thursday now for like the next month or two.
Oh, my God. What kind of can are they giving him this time?
Some fucking no-name. I actually think he's undefeated from some small promotion, so maybe you might fucking expose him again.
I tell you what, you know what we might stream for? When does CES come back? With Gotti? Might have to do that.
I don't know.
Versus Nick Alley? I think I might have to do that.
I think it's late October.
Yeah, we might do that. Here's Paris MVP, 11:30 a.m. Saturday, October 10th. Jesus Christ.
Oh, Saturday.
Yeah, that should be great. The ratings should be through the roof for that.
Shit.
At least they're showing it live now, right? It looks like they've listened.
Yeah, those fucking tape delays were brutal. I mean,
yeah,
it was all over Twitter before the card would start over here. So, just who cares?
What's the reasoning for this? Why 11:30 a.m.?
Because it's in Paris.
With France.
Yeah, but why have this? Why MVP? Come on, what's going on here? Put them in America. Oh,
they want the European audience to tune in.
Yeah,
I guess it would be better for them prime time.
Because the Americans don't give a shit.
Yeah, really.
Yeah. All right. What else you got on your mind?
Moss, I know this fucking Khabib, Tony, it's been waved in front of our faces so many times, but come on, man. You got to keep that faith. It's going to happen this time.
You think it will?
It's got to, man, or I'm going to go crazy and kill all of you, motherfuckers.
But do you still really, truly want to see it? Like, do you really need that?
How could you not?
Well, I'll give you 6 reasons. I got 6 good reasons why not. Yeah, I mean, come on. Especially, I'll give you 7 with that last performance. I just feel, I kind of want to see Tony fight one more time. That would be nice to see him, fight another guy. Maybe it was just, it was, cutting weight twice. The whole situation wrapped around it just didn't work out for Tony. Maybe he comes back, bounces back, looks great. Then I'm in. But after that fight in Justin Gaethje, and then saying, oh, okay, he's the next in line for Khabib, it just doesn't make sense.
Yeah, I think this time, if it happens, we would just take him off his fucking meds and put him in rubber room for a month. Let that all get out of the system so he's a fucking madman again when he comes out. And it's going to be a fucking completely different fight because it's going to be mostly on the ground.
Yes. I would agree. I would agree that I don't think Kukui is going to be able to keep it up standing. But I don't know, Jesse, you'd be better to talk about this because I am so checked out of this fight. What do you think?
I don't have any assumptions as to how the fight's gonna go. I just think that it's more exciting than Khabib versus anyone else. Cause
are you saying that because you're a Khabib fan? You know the outcome, like it's inevitable.
No, I don't think that. I think well now. I mean, after I guess you could say that because now after seeing Tony for his last 2 fights, he hasn't looked exactly phenomenal. So yeah, maybe you're right. Maybe it won't be all the luster that it's set out to have. You see, in the chat, Mr. George 1226 says we got Chandler now. He'll be facing Tony. Yeah, how are we forgetting about Michael Chandler? Why isn't Chandler fighting Tony Ferguson? That's the fight.
Yeah. Why hasn't that even been talked about yet?
Yeah,
they didn't even talk about his first fight yet, so who knows?
Yeah, Chandler's standing by for Khabib and Gaethje, which is crazy.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see him without the fucking roids.
You know, if Tony Ferguson was staying ready for the fight as a fill-in, and then he can either get the Gaethje rematch, which he doesn't really deserve. Actually, no, fuck it. Forget it. I'm out. I'm trying to find a way. I'm trying to find a way why Tony deserves to be in there.
How do you know he's not fucking staying ready? Maybe they told him, like, okay, you're next in line if someone pulls out, but we're just going to keep quiet on this because every time we talk about it, we fucking jinx it. Something happens, somebody pulls out. So just shut the fuck up about it. Yeah, I think Tony... I don't know. Tony versus Chandler makes a whole lot of sense. If they could squeeze at him really quick here and say Tony looks fantastic, right? And you know what? He can against a Michael Chandler who's coming from Bellator. He's taking a beating. You know, it's not like his career is all, warm and fuzzy. There's been a lot of fucking, ouch, this hurts in Michael Chandler's career. So if Tony takes out Chandler, that could be the sort of tune-up that would be like, okay, he looked great in that fight. Now let's see if we can make it happen for a 20th time. Tony fucking lose somebody who lost to Will Brooks, and he should retire.
Yeah. Okay. Anything else?
No, I think that's about it. I'll probably call him later when I'm blasted off my ass.
Cool. All right, Drunk. Thanks for the call, man.
Last thing, to the fucking haters pulling all this shit, we know who you are, and your time will come, bitches. Time will come.
Damn. All right, Drunk. Thank you.
Last up, mouse.
Drunk Savage with words. It's calling people out. 516-522-0267. Give us a call right now. Love to chat.
832, you're live with the MMA Holes. What's your name? What's on your mind? What's up, Pulse?
Not much. What's going on, Jesse?
Not much. Pulse?
Right on.
What's going on, man?
I was gonna say, what is the Masvidal fight versus Colby? Is that a done deal?
No, I wish it was.
Masvidal's too scared.
It's they're talking about it, but no, it's not.
What would be the problem? What's the conflict with that being the co-main for the card you were talking about?
It's not a conflict. It's just if that's the co-main, then that means they're pushing Nunes Megan up to the top, and I don't think that it's going to be a big sell for like when you think end of the year pay-per-view, you don't think Nunes Anderson.
No, but if you put that card as a co-main event, I think he's trying to say like it gives it a lot more juice.
Yeah, it's not a problem. It just sucks that they're going to move Nunes Anderson to the top because it kind of makes for like that main event of the card to be kind of crappy.
But wouldn't you rather see Colby Covington Masvidal main event or at least a 5-round fight?
Why is it not? Why not make it a 5-round fight since Masvidal is a quasi belt holder? Why not make it a 5-round fight for his belt?
You could, but I have a feeling Jorge will not take a 3-round fight. I think what wants a 3-round fight?
Judas.
I think Judas wants a 3-round fight, right? And I think that Colby is going to lobby for the 5-round fight. And I think there's going to be a disagreement. And unless you throw some weird-ass BMF thing together or whatever, I mean, it just wouldn't make sense. So putting him on a fight night where they headline that thing and, go down for 5 rounds, it kind of makes more sense. I would love to see them on this card. It would be spicy. But I think we'd be robbed if it was 3 rounds.
You've got Covington coming off of a title fight, okay, and then he just had a big win over Tyron, and you got Masvidal, who's a pay-per-view star now. Why would you want to put them on a fight night card?
Well, here's the thing. Masvidal right now is the big dance. He's the big ticket for some reason, right? Like you said, he's the pay-per-view star. So, yes, if you put him at a fight night, you would think that would diminish him, but still all the attention is on him. You know what I'm saying? So if you put him on a pay-per-view, you got to have him headline. And to have him headline, you have to at least put it together a BMF thing or some sort of novelty thing. Or have him fight for a title. He doesn't deserve to fight for a title. He just lost to Usman. So where does he sit now? You know, he's kind of in limbo. And to put him at the co-main event, I feel the UFC would lose some money.
You know, that sucks that he only... I don't think he should have lost any headway because of that loss to Usman. They gave him 7 days to prepare for that fight.
Yeah.
And he did what he could, but like I feel like he should still be at the top.
Jorge, listen, let's be honest here. Jorge is what he is. The guy has put together a winning streak that worked, right place, right time. He put his hand in the right position at the right time and looked great. He put his knee in the right position. It was a series of events that worked out. He's got the swagger. The whole thing works with Jorge. The problem is, I think you're delusional if you think this guy's a champion. Unless there's a champion that is a shaky champ. Usman is not a shaky champ. He's a dominant champ. Unless you got some guy sitting in there, I can't see Masvidal wearing gold.
Usman is a dominant champ, but he's a boring champ. And it's like, all the people that are talking about they want to see Covington be champion. If you think Usman is boring, imagine Covington being the champion of the UFC.
You really think Covington would be more boring as a champ than Usman?
Well, his style is boring.
No, I'm talking about
his style is boring, and he has no finishing power.
Well,
okay, but
he just finished. I mean, if you think about it, he just finished Woodley. Say what you will about the finish, it technically is.
That was a broken rib. What I'm saying is, he's not going to finish. You're looking at the top welters. He's not going to finish these guys. Wonder Boy, the rest of these guys. He's not going to. I don't think he beats Masvidal.
Well, now with Wonder Boy getting knocked out by Pettis, I mean, I'm not saying it's going to happen to him every time, but he is getting older. I mean, and nothing's impossible anymore. Maybe he can break Wonder Boy. I mean, I'm not saying it will happen, but it's more possible now. I think Colby Covington, even if he has a boring fight, the lead up to a Colby Covington fight would be so insane.
But it's
with
like
craziness.
It's like you said before in the beginning of the show, though. You said something along the lines of, "Isn't it a shame that we finally have good fighters who are champs instead of just marketable?"
It's crazy. Yeah, we are in a world where we're kind of bored. We got these great champions, but you look at the numbers, they're not backing up
they're not marketable.
These actual physical beasts. We have champions right now that are literally, Izzy could be the best middleweight. Kamaru could be the best, welterweight. You know, Volkanovski, I mean, listen, I don't know enough
But if they can't market
from him.
themselves, nobody gives a
But
fuck.
Shevchenko, another one, is completely dominating. You know, and no one gives a fuck. It's crazy, man.
Yeah.
Kevin, you said Kalnacki was going to beat Deontay Wilder. Get the fuck out of here. But yeah, I agree with you guys 100%. It's crazy. They just can't make stars like they used to, it seems.
Yeah, it's got to be the perfect recipe. You know, I was saying this a while back. I said when guys like Conor are gone, we're going to miss, even if you hate him, you're going to miss that shtick. Even Colby Covington. He's a piece of work, this guy, right? But people are going to...
That's all he is stick, though. Nobody...
But see, that's why I'm kind of...
Are you...
Everyone, gives me shit because I'm on the Adesanya train and I'm a big, super fan and all this, and they call me whatever the fuck you want, but... At the end of the day, not only is he marketable, yes, he's playing the heel, but he's marketable and he's a good fighter.
Who are you talking
Adesanya. And it kind of goes to what you were saying, where when Conor leaves, we're not going to have that. We do have that. We have the opportunity to have that.
The thing is, these people are just not finding that perfect recipe that's catapulting them. You know. And now Izzy, I mean, is he Australian? Is he from New Zealand?
New Zealand.
He's from New Zealand, right? So I don't understand. I don't get that whole New Zealand vibe from him, though. I don't know. It's weird. I'm like, is he Australian? I can't fucking figure it out. I'm confused. When you look at Khabib, you think this guy's Russian. You know? With Izzy, I feel like he's all over. He's an anime character.
I don't understand what's confusing.
I can't figure out who is he representing.
New Zealand.
No, but is he proudly going New Zealand?
He came out and did a whole hockey chant for his fight with
But I don't feel it. I don't know. It's weird. I don't feel it. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. It just doesn't. Maybe Nigerian, that background.
Yeah, he
Go with that?
Yeah, he publicizes the Nigerian.
But Nigerians can't buy pay-per-views.
culture.
You know what? You know what the problem is with me for Izzy?
Yeah.
He's like a big ass kid. You know, like even the way he dresses, the way he acts and talks in interviews. The guy's 31 years old. He's a little bit too old to be. You know, I mean, it's not. I mean, if he watches anime, that's fine. I don't care about that. But it's like a lot of the things he does and says. You know, you would expect to hear this from maybe a 21-year-old.
It's true.
I do agree that he behaves very immaturely. Like, in response to his opponents and stuff like that, like, he can be extremely immature. Yeah.
It's just such a shame. I mean, I don't think he gives a fuck, to be honest. Like, this guy, he got everything he wants, right? I mean, he's on top of the game. He's dominating people. He's raw dogging people. He's doing whatever the hell he wants. And he's trotting around, enjoying his life. I think he's completely happy. It's just a shame because, like, this dude he could be that next guy where everyone's going to be like, holy shit, Adesanya, this guy is the dude. You know, this is the next McGregor. This guy's better than McGregor. He could be better than that, but for some reason he's content with being this weird heel and child, like Paul says.
You know what's going to make this guy a star? He's going to come out with a Puma-sponsored bra.
Is that what's going to happen? Well, listen.
With the little cat on the front.
If this dude fucking destroys John Jones, if he fights John Jones and makes him his bitch, everyone needs to be like, holy shit, there's nothing this guy could do outside the cage than to just fucking blow him. I mean, everyone's got to be fucking on board with the Izzy train if he destroys John Jones.
That'll never happen. That's crazy.
Well,
that'll never happen. You really believe?
No.
Do you honestly believe? You've never seen John Jones straight up lose a fight. Do you honestly believe that Adesanya could beat John Jones?
I think he could be problematic, but I don't think he beats him now. But
this is my whole problem when people were clamoring for Brock Lesnar to fight John Jones. I was like, I understand Brock Lesnar is a star. He has his own built-in fan base, and I understand why they would make that fight for the casuals. But for the hardcore fans, do you honestly believe that Brock Lesnar could beat John Jones in a fight?
No. I also think John beats Stipe. I think Stipe is a tough task for John, but I think he beats Stipe. I don't think he beats
agree with that.
I don't think he beats Ngannou though.
No, I agree with that.
I think he beats all heavyweights. I think he beats
so?
Any fighter on the planet at his best.
Well, listen, it would be tough for me to argue because John is the GOAT, in my opinion. John is the GOAT. And if Izzy slays the GOAT, whew, that's scary. It's a scary thought.
I don't even see that being possible. Like, what about Izzy going up to heavyweight? How would a fight between him and Ngannou look? What do you think?
Oh,
What'd you say? Going up?
Izzy versus Ngannou heavyweight. Ngannou.
I don't think that's happening. He's not going up to heavyweight.
Yeah, Ngannou will literally take his life. I mean, I don't give a fuck how fast Adesanya is. Ngannou will bull rush him and drive his fist right through his fucking skull.
Yeah, Ngannou hits fucking hard.
Yeah, I can't get on Izzy's side with that one. Yeah, that wouldn't be a good night for him. All right, Paul.
Well, I don't think a fight between him and John Jones is that far off.
Really? You think John... Well, listen. I mean, when was the last...
he wouldn't knock his head off, but he could choke him out just as easy as he wanted to. He out-wrestled DC, who's the best wrestler in the game. He beats people at their own styles. He's way smarter of a fighter, has more finishing power. Yeah, I don't see Izzy. I don't see Izzy hanging with him at all. But it's fun to see the little Twitter back and forth. But I don't think that fight's ever happening.
All right, Pulse.
Anyway, natives are getting restless. Later, peace.
All right, later, man. Okay, that's Pulse. Shout out to Pulse. What do you think, Jess?
You're keeping these callers on long tonight, Ma.
We got an hour and 50 minutes.
Okay.
Hour and 50 minutes. You want me just to hang up quickly? I'll do that. I have no problem with that.
516-522-0267.
They're making my job easy. Yeah, I mean, I didn't even think about Ngannou versus Izzy, and I don't think that fight will ever happen. I just don't see it.
Kevin from Chicago, what's up?
So every podcast they're talking all about it. Jones versus Izzy. I just can't get behind it. I have no one to root for. I hope they both knock each other out and take away their brain cells because I just don't give a shit about either one of them. They're both juice heads. John Jones confirmed juice head. Israel Adesanya, no, he hasn't failed the drug test, but anyone with half a brain knows. You got a tit sagging like that. That's gyno. That's steroid abuse. They're in a sport that has a long history of steroid abuse, and I can't believe how gullible and clueless people are saying, "Oh no, that could be a torn pec. Oh no, it's just some hormonal imbalance." You're clueless. That dude's a juice head. He's cheating. He's Nigerian. That's what these Nigerians do. They know how to cheat. They're scam artists. They know how to slither their way and get ahead of the system. So he's obviously a juice head. So
Okay.
I just can't get behind him. I just can't get behind these juice heads.
But he can get
I
behind
don't
you
give
if
a
you know what I
shit
mean.
about him.
Yeah. Listen, innocent until proven guilty. That's how I look at it. You can't just assume that him and Usman are juice heads because of their physique or his tits flying off of his chest. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't do that. Well, like why do that? Because if it's never proven that these guys are guilty, right? Then what evidence do you base this off of? He's got a floppy nip?
Jones is proven. I said Jones.
Yes.
Jones is proven.
You said these Nigerians.
And Adesanya, that tit is because they're known for their scam artists. You know about the Nigerian scammers. You know it's a fact. That's not no stereotype. That's a fact.
Yeah.
And Adesanya, that's just a dead giveaway. That's the most clearest giveaway you could possibly have. Mm-hmm. It's that and maybe some extreme acne on his back or something. That'd be like the only two giveaways. But when you go and listen to all these professionals in the field, like these bodybuilder experts, they listen. It's like they break it down to a T. The dude, he obviously cheated. You know that just doesn't happen overnight.
Would you?
He's obviously a cheater.
I got a question. Would you be for the UFC saying, you know what, let them do steroids, just let them do it? You know what? If they want to destroy their bodies, they're athletes. They're smart enough to know what's good and bad. Let them just do it. Would you be for that?
Absolutely not.
Okay.
No way. Get the juice heads out of the sport. USADA, I was talking to somebody, and USADA isn't even like the top of the food chain. That's like a really low-level drug testing system. Like WADA, World Anti-Doping Agency, that's just a way better drug testing system. USADA is as low as it goes. It's as low as it goes. So,
well, it's better than Bellator.
Yeah, and then Dana White didn't even want a drug test. He did it because he had to, because he knew the PR was going to be a nightmare.
Did you like Pride?
These cheaters.
Did you like watching Pride?
Did I like Pride? Was a little before my time.
Oh, okay. Because I was going to say, if you reference any Pride fights from back in the day, I mean, we're talking steroid party.
Oh, well, they did steroids and you watched them. No, I'm talking about right now.
What accent is that you just did? What impersonation did you?
You're trying to do a gotcha. That's what you're trying to do. You're trying to do a gotcha. Well, if you watched them and they did steroids, then you're a hypocrite. No, I'm talking about right now what we can do to fix the sport and not allow gyno tits, pink-haired fruitcakes like Adesanya cheat. Okay, this guy's a $3 bill. He's dry humping people, and I heard all these journalists come out and they were bashing Colby Covington, saying, "Oh, well, what should we do? Should the UFC do something? Should they cut Colby? Should they fine him? Blah blah blah." Meanwhile, Adesanya's dry humping dudes. That could be considered sexual assault. He's freaking knocked out, face down, and this dude's dry humping him while he's on the ground.
Well, let's be honest. Paulo Costa looks like he might have enjoyed it a little bit.
Of course you enjoyed it, but that's besides the point. That's besides
Kevin,
the
did
point.
you pick Costa in this fight?
No, I told you he was going to destroy him. Costa's a sloppy brawler. I called that from the beginning. You know that. I said Costa's going to walk right into his punches and get destroyed. It's the tailor-made matchup. Like, you got a world-class kickboxer on steroids going up against sloppy brawlers like Whitaker, who comes lunging forward. All these other guys. And then he wants to fight Cannonier. That's another tailor-made matchup. He's going to destroy him. So these are all fights that are tailor-made for his style.
What about Chris Weidman? There's been a little beef going back and forth with those two. What do you say?
Weidman, about 6 years ago, yeah. I mean, he could present some problems, but the dude's just been in so many battles. He's been knocked out so many times. He's getting older. I think he's like 36, 37 years old. I just don't see it, but And someone with his skill set, when he was in their prime, oh, it would take him all day. He would take him down and smash him. He would destroy him if he was in his prime. But there's nobody like that in the division because the UFC doesn't promote people with that style. They like strikers. People are going to stand and bang. So that's the problem. But I'm going to get to my next point. I don't want to harp on guy no tits.
Okay.
Izzy
Wonderful,
all night.
wonderful.
Khamzat Chimaev, Ali Abdelaziz is calling for a fight for Wonderboy, the 5th ranked Wonderboy, who's been in the UFC for how long? And you're trying to get a fight with him? That's a joke. What's your thoughts on that?
Yeah, it's a joke. If Wonderboy took that fight, he would need his head examined. He already made that mistake with Darren Till, and this is an even bigger mistake. He has nothing to gain by that.
Exactly, and I heard people saying, "Oh, he's scared. He's scared." Khamzat Chimaev isn't even ranked. There's people out there that he needs to go through the Charles Oliveira. I've seen Charles Oliveira. He called him out. You need to go through guys like that. Charles Oliveira, the Sean Brady's, the up-and-comers. This dude wants a fast track to the proven veterans, top 5 ranked fighters in the world. If he gets fights like those, that's a joke.
Yeah, why would he fight Oliveira, though?
Because he needs to work his way up.
Yeah, but Oliveira he's 155.
He fights 70. He goes back and forth, 155, 170. His last fight was at 170.
Oliveira's last fight was 170? Who did he fight in his last fight?
No, I mean, what's his name? Cowboy Oliveira.
Oh, Cowboy Oliveira. Oh, okay. I thought you meant Charles Oliveira. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? Cowboy. Okay. All right. I'm not opposed to that. Yeah, like, he shouldn't be fighting guys like Wonderboy. And it's kind of peculiar, too, because what if he does get smashed? Like, what if Khamzat just gets schooled by Wonderboy? You know? I mean, I understand the risk is greater than the reward. I mean, the reward's greater than the risk in this fight. But still, I mean, if he gets smashed up there, then everyone's just going to shit on him.
You can't really kill Khamzat if he turns down Wonderboy. Not that he's running. Leon Edwards just recently turned down Wonderboy also. I mean, it's clear that
Leon knows he's a problem.
It's clear that people just don't want Wonderboy.
Khamzat wants him.
But you could categorize Khamzat into the same place as Leon Edwards. If Khamzat wanted to bypass Wonderboy, I don't see why the UFC wouldn't do it.
Ali's just trying to crowbar him into the picture. You know? I don't know.
But the thing is, you know how tough these up-and-comers are who are trying to make a name for themselves, like these Sean Brady's who you've never heard of, these tough guys like Charles, what's his name, Alex Oliveira. These guys are tough matchups. That dude's something like that. Really good takedown defense, knockout power. He's real wiry and athletic. Those are dangerous fights, and he's just trying to skip all those fights and go right into a proven veteran, a 38-year-old Wonderboy Thompson. It pisses me off. These guys got to make their dues and earn their spot up there. But it sounds like Dana White's fully behind him. He's going to give him a huge main event fight, and that's just the way the UFC's going. They're trying to build these hype trains out of thin air. What are you going to do?
All right, so that's Kevin. There it is.
That was a very mature way to end your call, Kevin.
I mean, what do you expect the UFC to do? The guy is, the way he's finishing people, and they're not anything spectacular. They're going to feed him who they think is the proper people to put in front of him. They're gonna milk him for everything they can. I don't blame. It's a business, and Khamzat he's a stud. He looks like he can be the real deal. You know, skipping to Wonderboy is a drastic jump. I did like the Damian Maia thing, but that's even a jump. I'm not sure what happened with that Damian Maia fight. So Khamzat is looking for a dance partner. Ali is definitely pushing for a Wonderboy, but Wonderboy, unless they pay him a boatload of money, but Wonderboy should be right in the picture for a belt again. Without the whole Woodley situation there, I wouldn't mind seeing a Wonderboy versus an Usman in the near future. Or maybe Wonderboy versus Burns, if Burns beats Usman. I'd be down for that. What do you think, Jess?
I wouldn't mind seeing Khamzat versus Wonderboy. I wouldn't mind seeing that. I don't know about the whole Usman thing, but let's settle for Khamzat versus Wonderboy first.
No, I was talking about Wonderboy, Jess. I was talking about Wonderboy.
I want to see Wonderboy fight Khamzat next.
No, but I'm saying, but Wonderboy in the picture for a belt again. Would you be down for that?
No.
Or no?
That's what I said. Let's keep the Usman thing out of the picture. I'd rather just see Wonderboy fight Khamzat and see what happens.
Okay. 516-522-0267. We got plenty of time left. Give us a call. 1:15, 1 hour and 15 minutes of partying. So hang with us. Let us know what you thought about the fights during the weekend or the conversations we were having prior about Izzy and John Jones. Seems like to be a hot topic. Khabib Usman falling out of his fight, or not falling out, getting postponed with Burns, which kind of sucks. A lot of things to talk about. Anything particular you want to talk about, Jess?
No.
No. All right, I'll see what's going on in that chat while we wait for the phone.
What is the secret of your powers is heavy?
What is the secret of your power? All right.
732, you're live with the MMA Holes. What's the name? What's on your mind?
Justin Jr.
What's up, Justin?
Nothing much. I'm surprised no one's talking about last week's card, Home versus Aldana much. I mean, what a clinic put on by Home. I think, she's right back in the title picture. I saw earlier, first back-to-back wins since 2015. I mean, man, she put on a clinic for her. I saw this coming. I picked Home decision. She almost got the finish, but Irene obviously has that boxing stance, and, Holly's a boxing world champion, so, I mean, that fight, easy read on that, but I'm surprised no one's talking about Jermaine Duranami's performance. Tough, Juliana Pena, man, is she tough. She didn't want to tap. She was out cold, and the referee didn't even notice it till seconds later, reminding me of that Benavidez versus Figueroa too. But man, Pena, same scenario as when she fought Shevchenko. She's kind of winning the fight. The Shevchenko fight, she was dominating the second round, and then she got submitted. But Pena's, grinding her on the way of getting a decision, and then randomly just pulls the guillotine out of her arse, and first submission win. I picked Pena. Obviously, who could predict randomly would get a submission?
That was crazy. That guillotine was nuts, man. I got to give. I have the utmost respect for Durandamy for pulling that off. That was completely caught me off guard. Pena seemed like she was gonna, if she stuck to her game plan, she had the right one for Durandamy, the grinding attack. I even thought she had a chance to possibly submit her and finish her, but Durandamy wound up flipping it.
I saw a lot of people, specifically you guys, you were going, what is Durandamy? I think you guys were doing this. You were saying, what is Pena doing going in brawling like this? I mean, as sloppy as it looked, pretty smart tactic. She doesn't want to fight at distance and try to kickbox with the Muay Thai or kickboxing champion, whatever it was. But
she did connect. Yeah, Pena did. I'm surprised. She actually connected a couple of times.
Yeah, she did, and just drew Durandamy right into that brawl. But, man, I mean, this is the last time I'm going to touch on this card, but I'm actually in the minority here, and I know I'm probably going to catch a lot of flame from you guys in the chat, but I wouldn't say McGee got robbed, but I know I put that in the chat, but that was me after realizing I wasn't going to win that Go Milk, but I thought McGee won, man. I thought McGee won. Round one, I mean, I don't know, man. I mean, round one was anyone's round. I thought McGee was winning it until that uppercut, but I don't know. I'll give round one to McGee. Again, I am being a little biased here, and I know I sound like an idiot right now. I thought round two was McGee, and then the third was Condit. I mean, definitely good to see Condit snap that 5-fight losing streak. But yeah, and look, I see you guys in the chat, and I expected the flame, so I'll take it.
It might be a fight you might have to watch again. It might be one of those, because there are certain times, especially, I picked McGee. I picked him too, but there are times where I watch a fight where I'm a little bit too biased in one direction, and then I watch back, and then I'm like, wait, what was I watching? I might have been too fired up. That might be one of them. I don't know, man. It's an interesting take. What do you think, Jess, about McGee winning that fight?
No, I thought Condit won. I agree. This might be something that you have to watch back. But I did have a question about the main event. That you were talking about some points about Holly Holm. And Moss brought up earlier the GDR versus Holly Holm rematch. I wanted to know what you thought about that.
Oh, man. I mean, I'm not gonna act like I've been watching MMA this long, but UFC 208 obviously the main event was pretty bad, a lot of late shots, but Holly, she still has that style, the same style, but she's not as hesitant. I wouldn't want to see that fight again. I mean, I wouldn't want to see it just based off the first fight, and man, it just doesn't interest me. And the two styles looking like it's going to be a boring fight again.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't think he's alone. I think a lot of people are probably on the same page.
Yeah, fucking fight was ass. It was ass. Anything else in your mind?
No, not really. Hey, thank you guys for having me on.
All right. Thanks, Justin. Justin Jr. Very, very informative. He does his homework, man. He does not play around, Jesse. I want everyone to call like Justin. I want their everything intact and everything ready to roll. Right? He's very he's a true professional.
Wonderful, wonderful.
516-522-0267. Call us up. We'd love to speak to you here on the MMA Holes. We had fights happen Saturday. This weekend, we got something going on as well. We got Moraes and Sandhagen. That's going down this weekend, which we didn't even touch. We'll touch more on that on the Wednesday show, but that should be an interesting fight.
815, you're live with the MMA Holes. What's your name? What's on your mind?
It's Conrad. What's up, JBH?
What's up, Connor?
Oh, it's Conrad, but Connor works.
My bad. What's up, Conrad?
Did you just call me Coonrad? What the fuck?
I said Connor. I called you Connor.
I know you said Connor and then Coonrad. I don't know what's going on, but I want to pick on you about Izzy.
Okay.
So Moss will probably get excited because I'm pretty sure I heard him bring it up. He's a great champion and fighter. I will not take that away from him. When it comes to selling the pay-per-views, I think he's reaching out to the wrong fan base because he's going in the anime bullshit, like the Naruto anime, whatever other weird shit he can go off of in that realm. And honestly, the people that I know that are huge into anime don't give a flying fuck about the UFC or any combat sports in general. Maybe some of the Japanese and Asian people are more into it, but I don't know. I just see Izzy's going for a crowd of people that are not really going to actually give a shit to watch him. If that makes sense.
So are you saying that he's trying to cater to? I don't understand. You're saying people.
Yeah,
it's the wrong audience.
Yeah, he's going for the wrong audience and whatnot, and I think you always want to kind of go with trying to grab the younger crowd, but when it comes to UFC, MMA, the majority of the people aren't going to be like Justin Jr., 13 years old and fucking watching UFC boxing and all that other good shit.
Right.
It's so doing it was just a buzzkill for me when Adesanya started doing weird dances and stuff that were themed off of that Naruto bullshit stuff I watched and you watched maybe when we were 10 years old.
Right.
Yeah, I never watched that stuff. Maybe that's why I'm not on board with them. I don't know.
Well, Moss, that's because you're old.
Well, that's true too. That's actually a very good point. But yeah, that Japanese anime shit, honestly, I'd rather fucking get run over.
Yeah, I agree that maybe he's catering to the wrong group of people, or you know what? Maybe he's not catering to the wrong group of people, but he's trying to cater to the same group of people over and over again when he should be trying to expand his audience and his fans. Yeah, I could agree with that for sure. I've said it before. I don't think he markets himself appropriately. I think he does some things right, and other things I don't think he's really thinking through. He's just kind of going with the flow and just kind of taking whatever's handed to him. So, yeah, there's a million ways that he could market himself better and collect a more diverse audience. But yeah, I could agree with that for sure.
Yeah. And also with the last UFC event, only 700,000 buys. I mean, Costa and Izzy, they had more of a notice than people going through unplanned pregnancies to get that shit fucking figured out.
Yeah.
So.
It's kind of interesting that
Costa, they shit the bed.
Yeah, Costa and Adesanya 700 buys and Jones Gustafson 2, the exact same thing, 700 buys, and Jones Evans 700 buys. That's kind of crazy, man. Like Jones in there in the mix. They're kind of parallel with some of their numbers here, but the 700's not. I mean, people are like, well, that was great. I was, second highest pay-per-view of the year or whatever, but that doesn't say anything. We're in a pandemic, and I don't know. I feel like the numbers could still be better.
Yeah, big time. I mean, after what Izzy pulled on Costa, I mean, if he wanted to tailor towards like gay porn, I think maybe, just maybe, he could beat the 1 million pay-per-view buy record.
Like an OnlyFans?
But he would have to like, I don't even know who he'd fight at middleweight to really, middleweight's like, there's great fighters there, but he would have to jump up to 205 and fight Jones, or they would have to find like somebody that's entertaining to actually fight him. Maybe not the best fighter, and he's somebody that'll probably get their ass kicked, but like the build up and just knowing it's going to be a fucking straight dog fight.
All right, Conrad. Anything else in your mind?
No, that's really about it. What's up, Holes? Have fun. I'll shit talk Greg some more in the chat later.
All right, thanks, Conrad.
Bye, guys.
Poor Greg's mom.
Everyone loves Greg's mom. She's a hit. She's a hit with the people. 516-522-0267. There's our number up top over there. You can call us up and speak what is on your mind. We have plenty of show, so let's talk to everybody, everyone in the chat. By the way, 109 likes is disrespectful with 446 watching. Let's hit that like button and get the song played at 150. We need 150 likes in order to hit that alarm and go cray here on the MMA Hole. So make sure you like away. If you're not subbed, this is our second channel, not the MMA Holes. We hit 4,000. 40K on our main channel. Come over here, boom, 4,000. Just like that. So subscribe away, hit the notification bell, and be
wonderful.
It's good to see everyone in the chat tonight. Unknown caller, you are live with the MMA Holes. What's your name and what is on your mind?
Well, no one else is going to call in. I'll call in. Did you see what Justin Gaethje said?
No, what did he say?
He was pissed off at Colby Covington. He said, I despise it, man, almost as much as pedophiles and murderers or something along those lines. And he sounded just like Dustin Poirier when Poirier was getting ready to fight Khabib. And we saw how that turned out. He got destroyed. And you know why he's pissed off at him? Because I saw the interview. Colby Covington said Justin Gaethje he fights reckless. Like, I don't know who's going to win that fight. Gaethje's a little bit reckless. And it sounds like Gaethje's getting a little sensitive. It sounds like he is, I don't know, not a good look. I was on the Gaethje train, but after that, he said something like that. It sounds like, it doesn't sound too stern. It sounds a little sensitive, emotional. He might get ragged out and destroyed.
Okay.
My second point.
Yeah.
Who has a bigger wiener, Alexander Hamilton or Joe Rogan?
Let's see. Alexander Hamilton or Joe Rogan. Who has the bigger wiener?
Hell yeah.
Man, I don't know. It's a great question. Let's take a poll in the chat. What do you say? I have no answer. I have never seen them as much as I would love to see them. All right, thank you. Fucking Kevin. All right, 516-522-0267. Wiener talk tonight on the MMA Holes.
Wonderful.
Yeah, baby. Oh, yeah.
Oh, missed a good call?
Oh, Kevin. Kevin says since no one else will call, he's going to call. The king of the calls. All right, here we go. 516-522-0267. Let us know what's on your mind, and we'll take some phone. If not, if you don't want to talk, that's fine. We got plenty of stories that we can finish up the show with as well, since we yapped about pretty much the same thing in the first hour. We had a nice little debate. So give us a call at 516-522-0267.
250, you're live with the MMA Holes. What's your name? What's on your mind?
Jesse and Chris, how are you guys doing, man?
Wonderful. How are you doing, Marker?
No, it's two joints.
Joints.
Canada's calling you guys just to see how the hell you guys are doing, man. It's been a tremendous day.
Nice.
How are you guys doing? Are you guys doing wonderful? Because I heard somebody was going to the doctor, or somebody was being outsourced to go to the doctor.
Someone is going to the doctor?
No one's going to the doctor today.
Jesse. Oh, I thought Jesse was saying something the other day about maybe trying to get you a doctor or something on Monday or something. But
Yeah, I'm a head case.
Moss is he's got some stuff going on in the brain, so
I got a lot going on.
So
you know what? Moss is wonderful. I mean, just mystical picks and a mystical woman. I mean, you can't question shit like that, Jesse.
That's right.
We just had our first fight, JBH, and I apologize, but mystical is wonderful, man. All this content, and all this other shit you guys come up with.
Yeah.
It's really stunning and spectacular.
Aw, you're so nice.
So, no, I don't think so. I'm really a wolf in sheep's clothing. I mean, I'm super nice to the people I love, but the people that fuck with me, I just want to kick them right in the balls continuously until they bleed out of their eyes. But the fights were really odd on Saturday. I was cruising. I was smooth as X-Lax on my goat's milk, and then all of a sudden I just took a big dip. I don't know which fight that fucked me up, but oh no, it was a Condit fight. That was one of them that really kind of threw me for a loop.
Yeah, Condit after that first round, he really turned up.
Oh, Chris, I should have followed your pick, man. Didn't you have him or Jesse had Condit or something?
I picked Court. Honestly, that one threw me because they both honestly they're both shit right now, to be honest. But Condit actually looked pretty good.
How can you look at those 5 L's and just go, wow, is he gonna win? Like, you know, but it was just one of those things, man. I mean, you could have gone either way, but I mean, he used to be a killer back in the day, Condit. You know what I mean? But just one of those things. You hit that peak in your professional career, and then you just slowly start to niche down a little bit, right? So, but yeah.
Yeah,
that's
I mean,
awesome, man.
In fairness, I think everybody kind of shit the bed on the fight card over the weekend. I think I noticed a lot of people in the chat were saying too that they weren't doing as well as they thought.
It's a weird card.
Well, I mean, you know, it's just good fun and it's free, and you know, it does make the card a little more exciting. And no matter how shitty it is, you guys always put a little extra spin on it. I mean, shout out to Amanda. She's going to be a father here if she isn't already. But I had a quick question. Like, I mean, I'm not trying to be a comedian, but if it's 2 women that are going to have one of them is going to have a baby, do they flip a coin or what do they do? Do they play Yahtzee until somebody passes out? I'm not sure.
I think it was a mutual decision that she wanted to be pregnant, right? So
Amanda definitely wears the pants in the family now.
Yeah.
If she says you're going to take that seed and make my child, you will make it happen.
Yeah, she's pop.
Fuck. You don't fuck with Mexico, man. But Claudia is still my number one hardie, man. After that boob job, I mean, I don't care if she had 100 moles on her face. She just looks like $1 zillion, man. Oh.
Yeah.
Did you say Mexico? Where did Mexico? Did I miss something here?
She's Brazilian.
Well, isn't Amanda from... Oh, okay, my mistake. Sorry to all the Mexicans.
They're all the same, right?
Brazilians.
But don't mess with Mexico
yeah,
anyways.
You know I roll, man.
Yeah, they're all the same. Sure.
Oh, that's awesome, man. So, what was I going to say? And it's still baking hot in Arizona. There's no break in the weather.
It's cooling down a little bit. It's about 100 degrees now.
Yeah, it dropped to 100.
Fuck.
Yeah, it's great.
That's wonderful, and you know what? And it's so good for the skin. It's just just all the above. But you don't want to get too much sun, right? Then you'll end up getting all wrinkled out. And you guys probably got a neighbor she's been in the sun for 50 years, and all you can see is the fucking whites of her eyes, kind of thing. And it's just that's overdoing it, bro.
Yeah.
Oh God.
That's what I want.
That's what Moss is gonna turn out.
I want to be a leather bag, man. That's what I want to be, like this leather wrinkly bag.
Moss, don't put on any leather, man. You're gonna get some they'll chew you a new one in the chat room, man. I won't even be able to save you if you put on any kind of leather at all, man.
Yeah, but I've seen a lot of them, so I don't feel so bad anymore.
Oh, that's great. That's wonderful. All
right.
Well, it's just a quick call, you guys. I just want to make sure you guys are doing all right, and that's just awesome, man. And big shout out to all the chatters, Drunk Vigo, Alex, Staley, just all the above, man. There's too many losers to remember and say, so I'm just throwing some love out there. And
all right.
So
thanks for catching up with us, 2 joints. Appreciate it.
All right. Good talk to you guys. Talk to you later.
All right. There's 2 joints coming in from Canada calling it. Look at that.
2 joints is always a good call. He keeps it smooth flowing, you know?
That's right. Got a
no
lot
long
off his
pauses and weird moments or anything like that.
That's right. Got right to the points. That's what I like. 516-522-0267. Shout out to Mexico, baby. Mexico's very own Amanda Nunes.
Wonderful.
832, you're live with the MMA-Holes. What's your name? What's on your mind?
This is Jimmy. How are you guys doing?
Good, Manny. How are you?
Wonderful.
Jimmy.
I am doing well. I already asked you how you're doing. So, no, I just what was it? I was going to ask you guys, other than Khabib and Gaethje, what's the fight that you guys are most looking forward to?
Oof. I mean, Khabib Gaethje is it for me.
Hamzat's next fight. Hamzat's next death. Now, I was actually looking forward to Usman and Burns. And with that falling off, it's actually a pretty big bummer.
Ortega Zombie is going to be pretty good.
Oh, that is a good fight. Yeah. Yeah, maybe whatever is, out of the scheduled fights, Ortega Zombie. Actually, you know what? In Moraes and Sandhagen, not many people are talking about, but that's actually a good matchup. I don't know who the hell I'm going to pick. I don't.
Okay.
What do you think?
That one, I would go with the Brazilian guy. I can never pronounce his name correctly. Moraes?
Yeah, it's like more eyes. Like we just need more. More eyes.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Moraes on that one, but that's a heck of a fight.
It's a good one.
Really good. Yeah, and the last thing, I guess, is there? I just can't get. I wish there was another MMA promotion that was exciting as well. I mean, obviously UFC is the cream of the crop, but back in the day, did you guys ever watch WEC?
Yes, I did, but I wasn't as big of a fan back then. Like, I just casually watched, and most of the watching I did was actually go back and watch. Never really watched it live.
But it was really good. They would play on Wednesdays, and Cowboy was fine. And then Uriah Hall, not Uriah Hall.
Yeah,
Uriah Faber. When he used to come out, Sacramento would go ape shit. They used to really have a really great following on TV. And now Bellator is just... I want to, because I love MMA, but it is just terrible. Like, none of the fighters are exciting. The fights are terrible. They'll have their our champion is 2-1 and he's fighting a 2-4 number one contender. It's what's Bellator? What does Bellator have to do to get not at the UFC level, but at least respectable?
I tell you what, Bellator is a hot mess. Like, it. To me, it has zero juice. Like, I don't know what the hell is going on, but I couldn't give a fuck. There was a time where I used to call up my friends and be like, just check this out. This is kind of cool. This is going to be a good matchup. This is a good fight. Now it's just like, I just lost it. I don't know what it is. Maybe the pandemic. This thing here, Cyborg versus Blencow. Who the fuck? She looks like she's 700 years old. Who the hell is this Blencow? Did you know about this, Jesse?
No.
Featherweight world title, Cyborg versus Blencow. Who the
fuck is that guy?
Jesus Christ. It just, I don't know, man. It just doesn't do it for me.
Speaking about that, did you ever see the champion for Bellator, the women, the Hawaiian lady?
Yes. Yeah, she's pretty.
Did you ever see
Ilima.
that video on YouTube where she fights that soccer mom?
Oh, that was her?
That was her. I didn't realize it was her.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about. I saw that video. Yeah, that was a disaster.
Just beat the brakes out. And it's like Bellator's I don't know how Bellator makes any money. I remember, do you remember Affliction and some of those companies? They had Fedor. They folded just because it was unsustainable.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know anyone who watches Bellator.
I used to love Strikeforce. Strikeforce was the shit.
Exactly.
Yeah, Strikeforce was the shit. That was I would watch that more than the UFC. I was super into Strikeforce. It was out on Showtime. I was all into it. And I was bummed, man. When that stopped, I was like, oh, what the fuck? I didn't know. I knew more about Strikeforce at the time than I knew about the UFC. I just thought it was fucking cool, And then the people that came out of there were beasts.
Had what's his name?
So many guys, man. Cormier and Jacare and didn't Gegard fight in Strikeforce? Yeah, Barnett, Bigfoot Silva. There was all these guys that just coming out of there. It was just a factory of fighters.
Yeah, what the hell? How come that can't happen again? What's going on?
So when the UFC bought Strikeforce, they made them sign a contract basically saying that the guy who had created Strikeforce would not create any further competition for the UFC.
Yeah, UFC destroyed Strikeforce, and that was it. They just squashed them. Because, honestly, they were a threat. There was no doubt. That organization was, and that had Scott Coker. So what did Bellator do? They take Scott Coker thinking, hey, we'll get the same magic. It is not nearly what the Strikeforce was. Not even close.
Oh, no, it's not even in the same realm. And then you have, what was it, the Pride sale where they bought it out, and then they created Dream, right?
Yeah.
And that was a shadow of Pride. I mean, it's not even in the same. Pride was amazing. Vanderlei Silva. I mean, they were at one time bigger than the UFC.
Mm-hmm.
I just wish there was another organization that could come up that would be exciting. It just seems like the UFC swallows all the time. And more props to the UFC. But I'd like to have, another organization that would be exciting, where they had a champion, where we would question if they could potentially be better than the UFC champion. And Strikeforce was as close as that can be. They had some real great talent, and after that, nothing has come up.
Yeah, the fact that Bellator is the UFC retirement home doesn't help, and the young kids that they bring up, like, you think that, hey, you know what, this like that guy was AJ McKee. That kid's really good, but I mean, you put him onto the UFC roster, and I have a feeling he's not going to be as good. This James Gallagher, they are literally defeating can after can. Michael Venom Page could be an interesting person in the UFC. But that's what the Bellator has to do. They got to develop these young stars and grow within and hope that people stay there. The problem is they're not. The UFC will take everyone. They'll take anyone that's worth taking.
Yeah, and then the last super random thing, because I can't be random enough. What the hell ever happened to Extreme Couture? Remember they were pumping out all kinds of talent?
Yeah, that's true.
They were up there with Jackson's and ATT, and Jackson's and ATT are still world class, and they fell off the. Is it because of the beef with Dana, or what the heck happened?
Because Randy's son is a can.
What's that?
Because Randy's son is a can. That's why.
Yeah, well, yeah, I mean, his son, but that gym was producing top level talent,
yeah,
and it just fell off the face of the earth.
Yeah, that's true. You don't hear much about them anymore. That's for sure. Isn't he running around with like a hot young wife too, Randy?
Yeah,
get into car accidents.
He had a heart attack not too long ago.
Yeah, he was one of the greats, Randy, man. That's one guy that, damn, man. That guy was something else. All right.
No, he's fantastic. Amazing.
Well, listen, Maddie, I mean, what's his name?
It's what is it today? Jimmy?
Jimmy?
I think, or something like that.
Jimmy, thank you, man. Appreciate it. This is a good call.
All right. Hey, absolutely. Thanks, guys.
What a nice guy. That Jimmy.
I felt like Manny C was trying to give us a quiz on that call.
A quiz?
Test your knowledge.
I didn't feel that at all.
Yeah.
Really?
Well, because I wasn't a fan during WEC and stuff. I had to go back. Remember when I first became an MMA fan? I had to go back and rewatch all that stuff.
I love Strikeforce. Strikeforce was the shit. You got to rewatch some Strikeforce fights.
I did. I rewatched Strikeforce and Pride.
So good.
But it just kind of sucks. I wish I was a fan when all that stuff was going on. But going back is still nice. Like going back and seeing it and stuff.
Remember, in 10 years, 10, 15 years, you're going to be talking about this. You're going to be talking about the IZZYs and all the crazy stuff that's going on now, the pandemic and all this stuff that's happening now. Like, that's why this channel is fun. We have people. We're not fucking professionals. We don't like. There's so much shit we don't even know. We're just fans. We're just literal fans that just we are what we are. But that's the thing. There are some people that are the most hardcore fans out there, and then there are casual people that literally started watching the sport perhaps a couple of weeks ago. That's what the MMA holes are. We're a clusterfuck of knuckleheads that just enjoy watching people bash each other's face in. Right? All are welcome here on the MMA holes.
People are trying to call Moss. Turn on the lines.
All right. 516-522-0226. Hit the fucking like. I'm going to peer pressure you. Hit the like button. Let's go. Thumb up for this dysfunctional circus. All right. There it is. 516-522-0267. Why do you not like Bellator right now, Jesse? Why does it not excite you?
No, I never said I didn't like Bellator. I don't mind it.
You don't like it. Be honest. I don't like it. I'm going to go out and say it.
I don't mind it.
Sucks.
I really don't mind it. I do find it a little more, less enticing than the UFC because I'm more involved with the UFC fighters and stuff like that. But I don't mind Bellator. It's
the only reason why I like Bellator is because we have mutual friends that fight over there,
619, you're live with the MMA holes. What's your name? What's on your mind?
Hit the like button, you folks. This is the double champ.
What's up, double champ?
What the fuck is up? Hey, what is this Man Cow versus Cyborg? Is that what you said? Man Cow? What was this?
What was the name, Moss?
She does look like a cow. An old cow.
Moss, show us the poster.
Yeah, some old cow broad. Here, events.
Yeah,
Pull it up.
yeah.
Where is she? Where is
No,
she?
I just want to say you guys
One
are the
cow.
best. I support you guys 100%. First time, long time. Shout out to Drunk, Ann H, Mike H, all you guys.
Double
I
champ.
love you guys.
This is the first time calling,
yeah.
right?
This is the first time calling. Yeah, I've been trying to get through for a minute. And it's like, fuck, man. It just keeps going and going. It's like, what the fuck? And then eventually it's like, you came on, JVH. I'm like, yeah, sweet. So, yeah. So you guys, I love you guys. You guys are good people, good souls. Mike H, NH, good people. Drunk Savage, all of you.
You're good
So-
people, Double Champ.
Yeah, we appreciate your support,
we want
man.
to support you like crazy. Moss, you're one of a kind, man. You're a good man. So just keep it up. And
What
just,
am I,
you got a
chopped
good woman
liver?
next to you, bro. You got an amazing woman right there. Just keep it up. You guys
all
are
right.
good people, and I can't wait to be here 10 years from now. You know what I mean?
Hell yeah, man.
Oh,
I
that's
tell you what,
awesome.
ever since you hit the community, you've stood out tremendously, man. You've been incredibly supportive.
I tried,
Appreciate
I
it.
did get triggered. It's crazy. You do get triggered. Just had to learn to just chill the fuck out. You know what I mean?
Yeah, this
It's
place
like,
toughens you up.
fuck.
Yeah.
You just want to reach into your fucking computer, but it's like, nah, that's cool. These guys are all good. So,
Even the people
we
that
love you, man.
troll, majority of the time, they're pretty supportive for the most part. Like they want to get that rise. You know, they're looking for the next,
Yeah.
rise out there. So it's
Yeah,
when you're on their
exactly.
side, it's
Especially
actually funny.
Kevin from Chicago. He reminds me of my fucking aunt back east from New York, Just that old fucking rag lady. You know what I mean? Like, God damn it, man.
Well, Kevin's always miserable. He
Yeah, he's a
doesn't like
miserable fuck.
anything
Yeah.
anyone else says. So
Yeah, but he's good. He's cool, man.
He is.
It's good to hear him. And Justin Jr., all them, man. So,
Hell yeah.
Mike H, Ann H, you guys know me. You got my personal number. Give me a call if you need help. You guys are good
Aw.
people. Love you guys.
All right. Thanks for the call.
All right.
The double champ calling in, man.
good people.
Yeah, he's one of the good guys. There's a few good guys in this chat. He's one of them. But look at this. This is who Chris Cyborg's fighting. Arlene Blencow. What the fuck? 13-7 and flat.
Part of the latest failure is in the name. Out of everything they could have chosen to go with a stupid name. If I'm scrolling through the channels and see Bellator, I'm going to keep scrolling. If I see Strike Force,
Yeah.
I'll probably stop and see what's up.
That's a good
It's
point.
true.
And if you see like UFC, it sounds like a sport. Bellator just doesn't sound like a sport.
Yeah, it's got the 3 letters. 3 letters mean sport. NFL, NBA, MLB, UFC,
NHL.
Bellator. It's like you just completely fuck. But it's true. Strike Force sounds cool. They also had Showtime too. But yeah, it does sound cool. Bellator, what was it, on Spike? It was on Spike TV when it started, if I'm not mistaken.
Paramount.
And when it was on Spike back in the day, it was kind of cool. Like I was one of those weirdos that liked Spike. Spike was like a dude network. Like you watch Spike TV, they got cops. They got just like dude shows on there. I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
Like fucking Rocky. They're showing Rocky on there and stuff. I don't know. It's just cool Spike TV.
Yeah.
So I would watch Spike TV and see Bellator and then watch Bellator. But now what is it on the CBS network? I don't know where the hell it is.
Yeah, they were on Paramount, and now they're signing over to CBS.
Like Paramount? Like you got to search the Paramount network?
Paramount Network is the popular network.
Jesse.
Yeah.
The only reason why I watched Paramount Network was because Bellator was on there. But I never said, hey, wonder what's on the Paramount Network, Like, I mean, even though they had, like, cool movies on there, there's commercials. And watching movies with commercials is the dumbest thing in the fucking world. This 2020, if you can't watch a movie online without commercials, you need your fucking head examined. There's no need to sit and watch a fucking movie and sit through the commercials. There's so many ways to watch it, for God's sakes. Anyway, this is the fight over here. Arlene Blencow. 13-7-0. What? 7 TKOs, 4 submissions. Wait, hold on a second. And she got submitted 4 times? She got submitted 4 times. Lost 3 decisions. She won 5 decisions, 1 submission, and 7 knockouts. So she can't knock people out, but 5'5", 145. She was born in 1983. Do the math, Jesse. That's pretty old for an MMA fighter.
I mean, it's not.
I'm 77
that
for God's
old.
sakes.
She's 37.
Oh my God, Jesse. What the fuck? What is going on? Why is she fighting Cyborg? I mean, there couldn't be a different can to crush. Oh my God, this is going to be terrible. What else is on this card? Patricky, the other Pitbull. Bandejas, he's tough. Actually, he's all right. Leandro Higo. Syed Awad versus Mondel Nalo. I don't know who Mondel is, but he's 7-1-0. Syed's pretty, he's a tough dude. But, oh man, this is what they're throwing at us. When is this card? October 15th. This is a Thursday night. So the MVP card is on a Saturday. CYBORG is on a Thursday. What time Thursday? 9 p.m. Thursday. I tell you what, Jess. When does the Contender Series come back?
November, they said. November 3rd, I think.
So you know what's going to happen, right? October, mark your calendar, October 15th, Jesse. It looks like we're doing a Fight Buddies to a shitty card, but at least Chris Cyborg's fighting. You guys down? Who's down in the chat? You want to hang out Thursday night? Here's the prelims. Usually we know some of these guys in the prelims. Yeah, I don't recall any of these guys. Oof. What a mess. Oh, here we go. Mike Kimball. Man, what happened to him? See, that's why I like Bellator. At least we know some of these guys, like from the local scene.
Yeah.
But Mike Kimball, man, what happened to that? That guy got signed by Connor's guy. What's Malky? Is it who's Connor's promoter, manager, I should say. I don't know his name. I can't remember who Connor's guy. Yeah, Mike, I know, was signed with them, and then all of a sudden, he's 3-2-0. Okay. Thursday night, tune in. Let's do it. 516-522-0267. Jesse, I got to take a piss, so talk to the people.
Okay. I'm actually going to read the chat a little bit. We haven't read the chat in a while. Oh, after this donation.
Wonderful.
Kevin.
When the alternative to MMA holes is MMA fighting, bloody elbow, MMA junkie, you have no choice but to succeed. Watching how they clutched their pearls over Colby Chaos but slobbed over Izzy Adesanya is a prime example of why they suck and you win.
Is that a compliment, Kevin? I think it's a compliment.
Wonderful.
Thank you, Kevin. Okay. I couldn't answer whoever called, so try calling back. 516-522-0267. Let's see who's in the chat. 2
Wonderful.
2 points. Unknown caller, you're live with the MMA Holes. What's the name? What's on your mind?
Yo, I'm back, baby.
What's up?
So, like I was saying earlier, I agree with you. Izzy just hasn't had that great fucking rivalry yet. He needs a fucking big-ass war. Yoel could have been it, but, yeah, he shit the bed. But the one person I think that can really make him a fucking star, like Chael Sonnen did to Anderson, is Darren Till. But he needs to fucking rattle off some wins first.
Darren Till.
Yeah, because Till's got, he's got that troll fucking mentality. He can fucking troll Izzy up big and fucking get some heat on him and shit.
I don't know, man. I don't know about that. I mean...
Who else at middleweight?
Here's why. Did you see what Woodley did to Till? I mean,
yeah,
Till
true,
got
but
ragdolled.
it's going to be a stand-up.
Right. But if you look at... Okay, so now here's where I'm going to go with this. And I'm sure you can expect I'm going to go here. During the Izzy-Whittaker fight, I said Whittaker's never fought another striker like Izzy except for Wonderboy. Now, if you remember when Wonderboy fought Till, that fight was horrific. It was horrible. In my opinion, it was pretty bad to watch. I have a feeling Till's going to try and play the same game.
Brendan Schaub said it was a good fight.
Till's going to try and play the same game with Izzy as he did with Wonderboy, and I really don't think Till's going to win that fight, even if he's kept it on the feet.
Yeah, I don't think Till's going to beat Izzy, but I think he's learned his lesson after the fucking Whittaker fight. I think he's going to be more aggressive in his next fucking fight.
Well, he has to be careful being aggressive because that's what Izzy plays off of.
Yeah, but I don't know. I just think he's going to bring it more. And
wait, I missed the beginning. See. So you're saying you think that he can pose a problem for Adesanya?
Yeah, no, I think Till's going to be like his Chael Sonnen to Anderson Silva. I think he's going to be the guy that make him a big star with his trolling abilities.
Okay.
Like remember when we said like Izzy needs the fight?
So yeah, so Darren Till he knows how to market himself pretty well.
He could be the fight, yeah.
Yeah. He's going to play it up big, troll the shit out of him, talking about raw dogging his girl and all that.
I do think the marketability would be awesome for that fight.
Yeah, the lead up would be great, but I just see Izzy just running him over.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's most likely going to win that fight unless, he gets caught for a lucky punch. But, Izzy gets fucking triggered. We can all see that with the fucking Jones exchange.
Yeah. Yeah, he gets triggered with everyone. He got triggered with Costa. I mean, and Costa wasn't even that nasty to him. So I have no doubt that that Darren Till can poke a few.
We need to get John Jones to get a belt. He needs to get either his old belt back or a heavyweight belt. We need him to get a belt so we can get this Izzy fight. I need this fight.
The coked up motherfucker championship.
Yeah. The saggy titty coked up motherfucker championship of the world. The picogram champion. I don't know. Pico championship.
Yeah. And I promise RX I'd do this. When fucking GDR was got that submission, Flair Deacon was watching the TV back. Yeah, baby. Choke that bitch out. Choke her. Choke her for daddy.
It's hot.
Because, I don't know if you know this, but Flat has a thing for GDR.
Yeah, I remember you saying that. It sounds sexy, man. I mean, everyone's got their things, man.
Shit, but come on, GDR.
Yeah, she's...
Flat, you ain't right.
I mean, what does that say about Mrs. Flat? I mean, if I was Mrs. Flat, I'd be pissed. I'd be like, well, what the fuck? You think this is a trend?
No, he just might want to change from her, He wants a nice lady to pick him up, put him against the wall, make sweet love to him.
Maybe. I don't know. He needs to defend himself immediately. All right. Well, listen, I'm getting flaccid just thinking about this. So appreciate that. All right,
and one last thing. When that fake note on me came in the other day, you guys were like, oh, God, thank God we don't have to deal with this asshole anymore. Jesse, break out the red panties. Thank God I can finally drink proper 12 without getting shamed.
Hold on a second.
I got to kind of agree with Drunk here. Till has slowly been building a fan base through trolling Perry. His comments section don't even talk about his losses. They're on the full raw dog train.
It's true. Yeah, he's got that. It's got that kind of Connor ability where it's like even if he loses, he's still fun.
He kind of trolls everyone too. He was doing it to Bisping for a while.
Yeah.
So what I like about Till is it's nobody's off limits. Even his girlfriend he trolls. It's crazy. Like the guy has no line.
What he does to his girlfriend is hilarious. But I mean, not to her, but to me it is.
Oh, you think he trolls his baby?
Probably picks his boogers and shoves it in his baby's mouth. God, it's crazy, man. The guy's nuts, man. The guy's nuts. But he is likable. Like even if you don't like him, like you kind of want to watch to see what happens with the guy. The only thing is, I mean, if you're getting knocked out by Masvidal, I don't know how the hell you're gonna beat Adesanya. Like I just,
he's not gonna beat him, but he's gonna be good for Izzy's career.
Yeah. Maybe that's the guy. I think John Jones. I mean, if Izzy could beat John Jones, I mean, there's really nothing. If Izzy still doesn't have a lot of attention on him after beating John Jones, then I mean, it's a lost cause.
Well, if he beats Jones, he'll be considered the GOAT.
No doubt.
But then you know what people are going to say? The haters? They're going to say, oh, John Jones' best days are behind him. That's what you're going to hear.
Listen, at the end of the day, no matter who Izzy beats, the haters are always going to come up with an excuse as to why Izzy didn't earn that win.
But what sucks is everyone he's fighting is old. Besides Costa, and Costa was a hype train.
Gaslam's not old.
Gaslam, he's
Whitaker's not old.
Yoel was the only old, Silva were the only old guys he fought.
You see, Anderson wants another crack. He's like mentioning this now.
I posted it on the website. What do you think about that? He wants to keep fighting after the next fight.
I mean, I love Anderson. Anderson's the guy. Like that guy, he's one of the reasons that I watch this freaking sport. And, but now is the time. Well, maybe he knocks out Uriah. Maybe he does. Imagine.
Yeah, if he can get a good win against him, I guarantee you'll see another fight from him. But if he loses, then he'll probably hang it up.
Could you imagine though if Anderson Silva beats Uriah and then they just put this rematch together, the GOAT versus the former GOAT, and Anderson somehow wins? Could you fucking imagine that? That'd be nuts.
Well, Anderson won one fight and he's out.
That would be the fucking career highlight win. I mean, of everybody. I mean,
oh my God!
But that's not gonna happen.
It's
They're
impossible.
not gonna put that together. He's gotta get another win.
I still can't see Izzy like fanboying in the rematch. He totally fanboyed the first time.
Yeah, I really believe that could have been a tremendous fight, but he had so much respect for Silva that he wasn't going to embarrass him.
Tremendous fight. What do you mean?
No, I said it could have been a tremendous fight. I said.
How?
I feel like Izzy and Silva could have been like a more exciting fight. I'll put it that way. And
I don't know, man.
and I feel like they were dodging around each other a lot because Izzy had a lot of respect for Silva. I think a second time around, that respect and that newness and the what do you call it, Moss? When it's like
Anderson Silva's last exciting fight was what?
No,
Michael
what
Bisping.
do you call it when you see someone that's famous and you like? What is that?
Starstruck.
Starstruck. Yes, I think the starstruckness of Izzy is going to go away if they ever did a second one, and I think Izzy is going to treat it like an actual fight.
I hope he retires after this, Anderson. You know, as much as the fanboy in me would love to see Anderson beat Izzy and get his belt back, like that would be crazy. I would literally be a giddy schoolgirl if that happened. That would be amazing, but it's impossible.
Yeah, that would be the shit. But I think Anderson should just retire and like train newer fighters.
Yeah. Yeah, Anderson was a beast, man. It just sucks. The whole steroid thing with him, too. You know? The steroid thing with Anderson kind of takes the wind out of the sails with his, you know, what he has done. But everyone was on steroids, so who cares? All right, Drunk, anything else?
Yeah. Back to my question. You were like, fuck me, right?
What was
with
the
fucking
question?
fake dono?
Oh,
yeah, like, fuck that guy.
Yeah, we
We're
were
done
rooting
with
for
him.
the death. No. We were like, oh, come on. God damn it. This is fake. Damn it. No.
Well, might not be fake one day, but
that's not
we'll see.
Yeah, I thought today. I had a panic attack today. I thought it was it. It was the end of me. But unfortunately, I'm still here. So you stuck with me. But yeah, it happens, man. Listen, just fucking take care of yourself. That's all I can say.
Yeah, I'm trying, but yeah.
Go
genetics or bitch.
Genetics. All right. Thank you, Drunk. Appreciate it, man.
Yep. Later, Russ.
Okay. Let's get to the news. Come on. Let's do this. Let's get to the news. We didn't even finish the news stories. Drunk Savage calling in. And what else do we have here, Jesse?
Okay, Moss. James Gallagher responds to...
It's Gallagher.
Oh, I'm sorry. Excuse me.
Which is kind of weird.
Responds to Brett Johns following the Bellator Milan finish.
Ooh. What did John say? John's
All
going
right.
to Bellator.
So Gallagher made it look easy in the main event of Bellator Euro Series 9 on Saturday, and wants to put the rest of the bantamweight division on notice. He landed an early the Strab Animal.
That's his nickname, yeah. It's some nickname, right?
Strab Animal.
I like hearing the announcers say it too. The Strab Animal.
He landed an early takedown and took the back of Cal Eleanor for almost the entirety of the first round before finishing the fight with a rear naked choke.
Complete layup.
It was Gallagher's fourth consecutive victory and his 9th career submission win. When asked to send a message to his fellow bantamweights after the win, he summed it up simply. He said, "Silence. I'm going to take me to the very top.
I'm going to take me to the very top.
I am at the top. I just have to prove it."
This kid's hysterical, man. He's such a mess.
Heading into the fight, Gallagher expressed interest in facing Sergio Pettis should he be victorious. He didn't call for Pettis by name after the impressive win on Saturday, but he said it doesn't matter who Bellator puts in front of him next. Over the last several weeks, Bellator has signed a slew of free agents and surging prospects, one of which is former UFC bantamweight Brett Johns, who made it clear on Twitter following Sunday's headliner that he was watching Gallagher's performance very closely and wasn't
I like
impressed.
that. I would like to see those two scrap.
All he did was post on Twitter a bunch of laughing emojis.
I want to see those two. I'm in. That's interesting to me.
Now, Gallagher responded. He said, "I don't give a fuck what he's laughing at. I'm laughing all the way to the bank. That's where I am."
Look at this
He's
tweet.
only getting started in here, so I'm laughing all the way to the bank. He's laughing because he wants the bank, and I'm the man who has that.
Oh man, I think Johns wins.
He said, and
although
then,
Gallagher's his jits is pretty fucking good. I mean, he's not bad on the ground.
yeah. And then he said, "Are they just going to keep laughing? Are they just going to keep being in denial with themselves? Hit me, darling. How many people do I need to strangle? It's all talk, is it? Silence."
Yeah, I listen. It's so weird. You meet someone, and like this guy is one of the nicest guys. Like super sweetheart. Like super duper nice when you meet him in person. This shtick is it's so out there that it's just, I mean,
He's trying to be Connor.
No, he's going to another level. He got humbled. So you notice that the lead up to this fight, he really didn't say too much, but then he jumped right back into his leprechaun ways, and it's so fake. It's beyond fake.
I don't mind it.
It's interesting. We're talking about him. But, I mean, I do want to see him fight guys that, are not complete layups. And a guy like Brett Johns, that's a problem. Now, if he fucking chokes out Brett in the first round, all right, maybe he's got a little something. Brett's good. Brett had a problem with Aljo. But Aljo, look, he's fighting for a belt. Brett Johns, there was a point where people were saying this guy might stay undefeated, and caught a couple L's, and now he's out of the UFC. But he was a pretty good fighter. Johns versus Gallagher. Who wins that fight? What do you say?
I'm gonna go Gallagher.
Really?
Yeah.
Over Brett Johns?
Yeah. Yeah, I think I am.
What?
Yeah. I don't know. I just got this hunch, Moss.
Really?
Yeah.
You think that Brett Johns, he's gonna be like one of those guys that comes from the UFC, too much pressure on him?
Or comes the UFC too cocky?
Wow. What do you think in the chat? Johns or Gallagher? That's crazy, man. I actually think Johns would win, but I would like to see. I like a shit show, and that's what James is. So I'm in. Yeah, he's the guy from Wales.
Johnny Smith says Galboy wins. The Great Yash says Johns is the guy from Wales, right?
Correct.
Two Joint says Gallagher is the Sean Avery of Bellator. Justin Jr. says Brett Easy. Two Joint says, oh wow, JBH. So the Great Yash says he is really good. If
Johns
so,
is tough, man. He's a tough dude.
Brett Johns, prove yourself. It's time, says D Brown. Moronic says fake Connor. Shepdog says, yeah, Mao, true. Fukim says Drunk Savage.
Okay, we move on. I mean, Gallagher is one of the few names in there that is remotely interesting. I just want to see give me something. Give me some juice, man. Give me a good opponent.
According to MMA Mania, a snooty Leon Edwards rejects Wonderboy's call out and says he got knocked out like a fight ago.
Is Leon ever going to fight? When did he, his last fight was...
He keeps wanting Masvidal.
Masvidal, a three-piece in Minnesota?
Yeah, and then he doesn't get Masvidal, and he complains when other fights are offered to him.
Fucking Leon. What a waste, man, because the guy's good.
Yeah. Written by Jesse Holland, Moss.
So he calls out Wonderboy, and Wonderboy doesn't want to partner Leon either?
Yeah, Rocky rejected Wonderboy's recent and polite call-out saying...
Oh, wait, he's rejecting Wonderboy?
Yeah. And he said, as far as Wonderboy, he got knocked out like a fight ago. Pettis knocked him out one fight ago. If I go out there right now and if I fight Wonderboy and I beat Wonderboy, the UFC will be like, let's go one more in the top 5 and then we'll go for a title.
Wonderboy beat the shit out of Luque. What the fuck? Wonderboy looked great in his last fight.
He's afraid that if he accepts a fight against the guy who just got knocked out, that the UFC is going to try and keep...
He didn't get just knocked out. He looked great in his last fight.
Instead of the title fight.
Wow. No, Leon's scared. Leon doesn't want any of that smoke. He legit doesn't want Wonderboy's smoke. Wonderboy against Luque, Wonderboy looked like his old self. He looked great. He didn't look as Gaylord.
Gaylord.
And speaking of that Pettis fight, he was winning the fight. He just got caught. Come on, Leon. No one believes you, brother.
He's scared, Moss.
No one believes you, brother.
He says, I have to fight someone in the top 4 to get my title shot. I've done all the Wonderboy fights. Oh, I've been there, done it. I'm on an 8-fight win streak now. I don't need to go to fight someone like Wonderboy. He does nothing for my career. He's coming down. I'm going up. If he gets 1 or 2 more wins, then I'll consider it.
So I guess you're never fighting again. I mean, if you don't take, it's slim pickings. What are you gonna do, man? You got to get back in there.
Yeah.
You can't just sit around. There's gonna be no fight. You're done. Let's see what we can do for it. Let's help Leon out, man. Poor guy needs a little help. Where am I going? Going here. Rankings. God, Leon, what are we gonna do? Let's help him out, man. Poor guy. All right. So you got Kamaru, who's pushed off with Burns. You got Colby Chaos, who they're trying to match up with Masvidal. And the next guy and Leon's right there. Of course, he doesn't want to take a step backwards, right? But there's no step unless Colby. I mean, why would Jorge fight Leon? I mean, I know they're 3 and 4, but Leon's a name. I mean, Jorge's a name right now. And Jorge really beat him in the hallway, so. Colby Covington versus Leon, no one gives a shit about that. What are you going to do, man? Everyone's got a dance partner.
What are you you gonna do?
You gotta take someone. Like, even if he sits around, like, what does he think? He's just gonna get a title shot? Maybe that's what it is. Maybe he's hoping that Gilbert Burns loses to Usman, Masvidal fights Covington, and then he just slides in for another one against Usman. No,
I don't know.
Nope.
Derek Brunson calls out Paulo Costa for UFC 256.
Yeah, I know. I saw all his posters. He's asking like the fans to make all these posters.
Yeah, he wants them.
It's not bad.
He made actually a couple tweets. One of them says, Bortina, tough break. What you doing December 12th? Let's dance. And then he says, has anyone seen or heard from Bortina? Someone asked him if he's available December 12th.
Wonderful.
Leon gets offered 3 fights and turns them down, then acts like nobody wants to fight me. I can never be a fan of this guy no matter who he beats. And Mike Perry is a simp for getting his girl's name on him. Moss, if you ever do that, I'm done with you.
You know, well, I got your name on me. The MMA-Holes. So I simp to the whole community. But, yeah, didn't Mike Perry get Clitoris? What's her name? Clitoris?
Clitoris.
Latori? What's her name?
Latori, I think.
Yeah, didn't he put her on his lip or some shit?
Oh, did he?
Hold on,
but
let
I
me
think
see.
he has his ex-wife's name, too. I think he has Platinum Princess's name.
I think that's where he put it. I could be wrong. I know I saw it somewhere. Oh, yeah. Yeah, clitoris. He put clitoris on his lip. See?
Latori.
Clitoris. Oh, my God.
My God.
So he knocked her up, and he's like, well, I'm having a baby with her. Let's put her name on it. Well, you know what, though? I mean, if they ever break up, you never are going to see that tattoo.
Maybe that's why he put it there.
Yeah. Right?
On the same side, though, I mean, it's not like it matters anymore because he's got a child to remind him that he was with her. So it's not like,
Yeah.
you know.
I don't know why would people put a tattoo there? Like, I mean, that's just like, it's so unsatisfying, you know? Put it anywhere, but on the inside of your mouth? Like, hey guys, you want to see my tattoo? And then you pull your lip out. Like, isn't that a weird place to put a fucking tattoo? And think about the healing with that. You know, all the bacteria in your mouth is your dirtiest part of your body, and now you got a fucking open wound in there, and you're bleeding. Well, he's a fighter. He doesn't care.
It's pretty gross.
He's tasting the ink and shit. Do they put like?
I think it's a specific type of ink.
Yeah, I was gonna ask. Do they put like tasty ink in your mouth? Delicious ink.
Oh God.
Delicious. All right. Yeah. Okay. What else? So, what do you think about Brunson versus Costa? I don't. And thank you, Drunk. Vlad. Thank you, guys.
I don't mind it. I think it's pretty interesting.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Yeah, I'll take it.
I still want Till versus Costa. That's what I want.
Adesanya's coach claims the floppy boob is unrelated to steroids, notwithstanding something
is this the gay
accidentally.
one? This is the gay lord?
Gay lord.
Eugene Behrman.
Eugene Behrman? Is that the guy with the glasses? I don't remember who's Behrman. Which one's that? I don't fucking
the guy with the big beard.
Oh, this guy. Yeah. So he thinks, what does he think again? He thinks,
He
that's
says
Izzy's coach.
He's denying any steroid use for Adesanya. He says if there is anything, then it happened. Then it was like tainted supplements.
This guy, everyone's talking about him now because of Izzy and Volk. You know, he looks like he could be Dominic Reyes' father. Yeah, of course. What is he gonna say? My fighter's on steroids.
He also said the chances of that are slim to none as well because they're so good at using the right approved supplements and stuff.
Oh, man. Well, I'm still going with him not being on steroids as much as I horse around.
Someone said it might be an infection.
Yeah, it could be a yeast infection. Maybe he has a yeast infection, Jess.
I mean, that would explain the pain. Infections are painful.
Well, didn't he get tested? When is his test coming back? Next year? Like, what the fuck?
He said he's not going to tell anyone what the
Oh, God, man. It's gone past trolling now.
But he said he enjoys like the constant controversy.
Oh, God.
So
this fucking guy.
So he said once he figures out what's wrong with him, he's not going to tell anyone.
He's just trying to find an excuse, it looks like. MMA Mania. Yeah, I don't know, man. As much as
look, he says I might get the results probably tomorrow because I think it's Sunday over in America.
Oh, man.
They did an MRI, an ultrasound, and they have the results sent to their physicians. The UFC has them as well. So they just need to get to the bottom of exactly what it is.
Let's look at this titty. There's Paulo's titty. And there's Izzy's titty. I think Herzog's like, dude, Your tits hanging off your chest. I'm not sure if you're aware of this.
It really doesn't look that protruded.
What do you mean? It's hanging off his fucking...
No, it's not.
What are you talking about?
No,
Are
like
you blind?
it's clearly like inflamed, but
Uh-oh. Sound the alarms. Sound the alarms. There's an ANZALONE loose. Oh, my God.
ANZALONE! ANZALONE! Michael ANZALONE! ANZALONE! Michael ANZALONE! Watch out, here he comes with the wrench friend, heart and soul of the holes, Mrs. Philly girlfriend. Time out, trolls. Welcome to the dead end. Cock so big that you can't even comprehend. Bust and groan, making bitches moan. All the timestamp thrown while the chat room stoned. Hold up! Save the show! For the tales will be told about Michael ANZALONE.
Look at all the ones. They're throwing their fingers up in the
Your
air like
niggas
that.
ever pull a muscle at the gym?
Yes.
Specifically from your calf?
No.
Never ego lift, no matter how much stronger your body is. Anyway, shout out to our fallen brother Mikey.
shout out.
Thank you, Vlad. That was very nice of you. You're wonderful, wonderful, man.
I have pulled a muscle, but not in my calf, in my shoulder.
I don't even have a calf muscle. My legs are so skinny. I was born without a calf muscle.
Hmm.
I don't think I've ever. I've had a lot of ankle injuries because they were usually behind my head.
Wonderful, wonderful.
No, I used to have a
What?
lot of ankle injuries.
Can we talk about this?
Yeah, back in the day.
Yeah.
It was a party trick.
Yeah.
Yeah, I never had that happen.
Mm.
By the way, shout out to the people that use the Streamlabs donations. Thank you very much over there, as we have disabled our super chat because we don't give a fook. We have the stickers, but we disabled the regular super chat. So if you want to donate, there's a link in the description. And shout out to the people that have been tickling that thing. Wonderful, wonderful.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Yes.
Fucking badass people. All right.
Court McGee realized he had a broken nose against Carlos Condit in the middle of the fight, so he smashed it straight and kept fighting, is what he says.
Yeah, that's what Carlos Condit, he says he's never seen anything like that where Court McGee. Are we done with Izzy's tit, though? I mean, I felt like that was quality content. No?
I mean, if you want to continue with Izzy's tit.
I thought the endless jokes. All right. Yeah, we got to get the results.
Okay.
They should have, you know what they should do?
What?
They should make, like, what's his name? Oh, fuck. What the hell is that? The talk show host. You are not the father. What's his name? You are the father. The hell is his name? The old guy.
Oh,
You are not.
yeah.
The father.
What is it? It's
Guy.
that reality show.
That old white guy.
Yeah.
Reality show? What?
Yeah,
No.
it's
No. It's like
Maury.
Maury. There we go. Maury.
It is a reality show.
No, it's not a reality. That's not a reality show. What are you talking about?
That's reality
It's a talk show.
on TV.
Maury Povich. They should have him announce the results of Izzy's titty. You know? You are not on steroids. You are on steroids. What do you guys think? Maury should be the guy? All right. No more jokes about that. So, yeah, his nose, it got like dislocated or something like that. And he literally popped it back in place. It's crazy.
Smashed. It's crazy. They're showing like the before and after picture. He actually popped it back pretty good.
Yeah, Carlos said he'd never seen anything like that.
Crazy.
Let's see. Where is it? Yeah, look at that. Wow. That's badass.
My dad did that to me when I was 2. Did you know that?
He popped your nose back in place?
I broke my nose when I was 2 years old on a coffee table. I was taking a nap on a couch, and I rolled over and went face first into a coffee table, and I broke my nose. And my dad, instead of taking me to a hospital, decided, let's lean her over the sink, let the blood drip out a little bit, let her freak out, and then I'll pop it back into place.
Well, I mean,
and that's exactly what he did.
It's a lot cheaper. Screw, like, hospitals are expensive. Just get a mallet and just hit it right back in place.
He sat me on the counter, and he literally popped my nose back in place. Never went to the hospital.
He's like MacGyver.
Oh,
He's a
God.
face MacGyver.
He just didn't want to spend the money on the hospital bill.
I don't blame him.
So
I might
he
have
just-
to take that. I might have to call him up if God forbid it ever happens to any children that I decide to spawn.
Now I have this bump on the bridge of my nose from when I broke my nose, but you can't see it. My dad
Let's
did a
see.
pretty good job. There's a bump right here.
Yeah, it's terrible. Your father's a terrible human being.
Oh, God.
That's kind of cool, though, to do that. I would never think to do that. I would just cry. But this guy just puts his nose right back in. Well, maybe I would put it back in if you know you can do that, right? Oh,
I
God,
mean,
could you imagine?
I would assume it's a pretty painful experience to do it yourself.
Yeah. All right. What else we got?
According to MMA Fighting, Israel and Adesanya get into a volatile war of words.
Israel and Adesanya?
No, Israel and Chris Weidman.
Oh, okay. You said Israel and Adesanya. Both of them. He's two people.
So, one of the most fiery encounters against Chris Weidman, after he took aim at Adesanya over a pair of opponents they shared in the past, Weidman wrote on Twitter, "Hey, I just realized I have two common opponents with Adesanya, Kelvin Gastelum, who I finished, and then Anderson Silva, who I finished twice."
It is comical. Like, I made an argument why Weidman could have a shot, but the conversation is fun.
Wonderful.
I'm with everyone on that.
Google Vector will tell you won't find anything like Izzy tit like that. And people remember you don't need an account to donate. Just a PayPal. I'm one drunk human. I am the liquor.
Thank you, drunk. Appreciate that. You're a wonderful one.
Wonderful.
Appreciate it.
And then Chris Weidman continued by saying Adesanya squeaked by decisions on both of those guys. Adesanya is just another Silva without the black belt in jiu-jitsu. Easy. Weidman has been vocal lately about how he matches up with Adesanya as he seeks to get back at the top of the division following a win over Amari Akhmedov in his most recent appearance in the octagon. Needless to say, it didn't take long for Adesanya to see Weidman's post and offer his response. To which he said, "Get some wins first, please. I already have you figured out. I've sized you up a few times, watched you hit and miss, and I know how to fuck up your single and double-legged attacks. I'm 10 steps ahead, like I said. I knew I would use this clip one day to prove that I knew." And then he put a clip of him. And you can play it because it's just a video clip of him.
Oh, yeah, I saw this. Did you see this?
I did not. This is the first time I read the story.
It looked like a Chris Weidman impersonator, but then I realized that there's no such thing as that. So
this is what I already know.
Let's get a little closer to this because I like to look. Izzy's got such big nostrils that I like to get as close as possible so I can see if I can see his brain. You ever do that, Chessie?
No. You can't say I have.
Yeah, you should do it. It's great. Like you get nice and close to Izzy, and his nostrils are so big that you can actually see it, what he's thinking.
I'm gonna fuck this nigga up.
Wait, he just called Weidman the N-word?
No, I'm gonna fuck this nigga up.
Yeah, that's Chris. He's on the phone. And who the hell holds their phone like that? Is that not a weird way to hold a phone?
I mean, Chris Weidman's weird.
It's kind of Gaylord, no?
Gaylord.
Okay. He's got some tight ass white pants on too. Was he fucking?
He's from New York, Moss.
What the hell is with the tight white pants? What is he? Is it a Hawaii 5-0 or some shit?
A New York thing.
Like, so. I really don't want to fuck.
So apparently he took this video a long time ago, and he said he knew it would come in handy when Chris Weidman started calling him out.
This is what I already know. I'm gonna fuck this nigga up.
I can't believe he called Weidman. You think that was the first time that Weidman was ever called the N-word?
I already know. I'm gonna fuck this nigga up.
Why not like rip on his tight pants?
It is weird how he's holding his phone.
Yeah, who does that? Like it's like he's so afraid his phone's hot. It's like it's too hot to hold. Like he's holding it with his fingertips. It's weird, right? Why is it so? It's a hot phone. What now? When did this take place?
This took place a while back. He says he didn't give an exact time, but he did record this a while ago, and then when Chris Weidman started calling him out, he dug it out of his archive and used it.
Like, so.
Now,
I really don't want to fuck.
Weidman did respond. He said, "You were very nice to my face that night to be talking like that on your phone. Two-faced as hell. I would grab your weak ass and crush you. You remember our interactions that night, and you know that this is a problem you don't want."
Oh, my goodness.
Israel then responded.
This trash talk is pretty cringy.
He then responded, "They start it, I finish it. I control like 5 people at a time, but then the quality drops. Get some wins first, Chris. You don't want war."
This is so ridiculous, this exchange. I would love to see Chris Weidman, work his way back into the mix and see if his wrestling is still anything what it was before. I mean, his last fight is not enough evidence.
Mm-hmm.
But God. This trash talk. Oh, man. It's tough. Is there anything else these two said to each other?
Nah, I mean, they called it a volatile war of words, but it wasn't. I mean, if that's
you don't want
volatile.
war. It's like it just feels so fake.
Yeah.
Like it feels so forced. Like, and I understand what Chris is doing. Why not?
Yeah.
You know, why not go for the champ over here? But it's
A
just
little
weird.
silly.
If I was Izzy, I'd be like, dude, come on. Let's be serious here. Come on. What are you doing? But Izzy's like, well, his best days are behind him. Let's fight.
Yeah.
Izzy wants all that smoke. He wants all the old guys. He's down.
Why do you keep saying old guys? He only fought like 2 old guys.
What are you talking about? What are you talking?
Gaslam was not old.
He wants all the
Robert
old
Whittaker
smoke.
Was not old. Paulo Costa was not old. The
Okay,
only old
that's
guys
3.
he fought: Anderson Silva and Yoel Romero.
Old. And Derek Brunson. He's
Derek
old.
Brunson's not old.
Yeah, he is.
No,
he's
he's
in his
not.
30s. That means he's old.
And he's about to fight Cannonier.
Fucking
Not old.
old, man. Derek Brunson's old.
Oh, my God.
Where is he? Where's Brunson? Brunson's been around forever. Dinosaur. Let's see how old's Derek.
You just
I'm
can't
gonna
give
put
him
him in
any
the old
credit.
boat. Derek. 2 R's, I-C-K. Is that it? Brunson. Oh, it's Brunson. Brunson.
No, that's not the right guy.
I'm like, what the fuck?
B-R-U-N-S-O-N.
Hold on. B-R-U-N-S-O-N.
O-N.
Brunson.
Right there.
Brunson. Derek. Oh, come on. Why is it jumping around? Why is it doing that? Try it again. Brunson. Why is Tapology? What are we doing here? You don't jumping everywhere. 21-7-0. 36. It's a fucking dinosaur.
He's so stupid.
He's a goddamn fucking dinosaur. He looked good in his last fight.
Well,
he fights his dinosaurs, is he?
I have 2 dinosaurs
Old.
or 2 non-dinosaurs for you who have a poster that just dropped. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Ortega Korean Zombie. Have you seen it?
I like the Korean Zombie.
It's a pretty cool poster, Moss.
I like him. I like this guy. I want him to speak a little bit more English. Though.
This one, I think they finally hit the nail on the head.
I want Ortega to just get his face just rearranged. He's
Mhm.
got a very rearrangeable face. Beautiful car. All right, what do we...
You gotta,
wow, that's fucking big.
You gotta right click.
Why the hell is it so big?
Right click and click open a new tab.
Open a new tab.
Yeah. Now go to the new tab.
Well, what if I just go on like Twitter or something?
No, go to the new tab, Moss. For fuck's sake, it's right up there.
Where
Just
is
click it.
Here?
Yes.
Oh, okay. This is new to me. This technology thing is new. So why do you like this?
I don't know.
I don't know what the fuck's going on.
It's fresh. It has like a comic book feel, but like also an Aquaman feel. I don't know. There's something about it I really, really like. I think they like. I always thought that they were super lazy with their posters. They would slap PNGs on and put a couple
Jesse,
designs around
this
it.
is shit. What are you
Moss,
talking about?
This is fucking cool.
I
This
want
is cool.
Korean Zombie to be a zombie in the poster. That's what I want. Full
That's stupid.
zombie. Like I want. That's what I
too
want.
easy, Moss.
This is stupid. What do you
This
mean
is
this
cool.
is good?
This is
I
pretty
can't
cool.
even make out what's going on. My old eyes.
'What do you mean you can't make out what's going on?
If you look
It's
at this
very
poster from
clear.
a distance, you don't even know what the hell you're looking at.
Yeah, you do. You see 2 faces. Ortega Zombie.
So who's from Brazil? Yeah, what's up with the color scheme? It's
pretty cool.
Where's the fight taking place? In Abu Dhabi, right?
Yes,
Is that
it's like
the-
an islandy feel.
Islandy.
Yeah, the yellow's the sand and the blue's the water.
Jesse, this
Yeah.
is the dumbest fucking thing I've ever seen. What are you
I
talking
like
about?
it a lot.
There's no way you like this. Are you trolling me?
No, I actually like this.
I don't even know what the hell's going on.
That's
Is
not
this
my
a
problem.
fucking shitty sci-fi movie or a UFC fight?
I like it.
It's like a Sharknado poster.
I think whoever designed this did a very good job.
Okay, let's see what the chat says. Yes or no? Do you like the poster? We're gonna poll the community right now.
What is this? Kick ass, says K Dub.
Yeah, it does look like Kick-Ass. It does. Hold on a second. That's funny. That's a funny joke. I like funny jokes, guys. Keep it up. Kick-Ass.
Shitty poster, bruh. I think Izzy is the only person that makes UFC watchable. His skills is unmatched. I don't like grappling. It's boring, says Elisa. Bobby says, looks cheap. It's bad as fuck, Moss. I don't know what's going on, says Walty. LOL, it does, says the double champ. Justin says, but why did you bring this up randomly in a threatening manner, brother? Oh, what's going on?
I don't know.
Ooh, drunken Justin.
Actually, you know what? Now I'm looking at the Kick-Ass posters. It doesn't look like anything. I don't know why. It's the colors are the same.
No,
Yeah,
there
it
were a
doesn't
couple
work.
of the front face kick-ass things.
Yeah, I don't know why. I was with them. They thought it was pretty funny. But now I'm looking at the poster. The colors are the same. Like this, maybe? Even the Kick-Ass poster is kind of cooler.
I think it's just like the up front face.
Yeah. This is terrible.
I like it.
It's not good. I mean, I'll give him credit for trying to do something different. Who's the co-main of this thing? Let's take a peek.
A peek a leak.
Hold on. Let's look at the card Saturday real quick. I haven't really looked at it besides the main event. Mariah Sandhagen. Okay. Scroll down. Oh, Edson. Edson versus Amirkhani. Okay. Oh, there's your fight, Jess. You're fucking pumped about that. Rothwell and Tabora.
Yeah. I don't know why you make fun of me for that. I think it could be an entertaining fight.
Well, check this out. JWoww's husband is fighting. Marcus Perez looks like JWoww's husband. All right, listen, it's a fight night. We're going to have fun. We're going to have a good time. What else? Oh, yeah. Colby.
One last thing. Remember heavyweight Ben Sassoli?
Yeah.
All right. Well, he's been sentenced to 22 months in prison.
For a bad haircut?
For punching a bar patron.
Wait, what bar is open that he's punching a bar?
New Zealand-born heavyweight Ben Sassoli, who lost to Marcos Rogerio de Lima.
Oh, shit. I fucked up.
Wonderful.
Fix that. Wonderful.
Imagine working out your calf muscles and on the 8th rep you feel like it's complete tears from your bone and swells up to a point but you're locked into the machine. You look to your buddy in deep pain asking him to lift the weight. Yep, my day today.
Ugh.
You gotta rust that shit, man. Don't go to the gym for a month.
Yeah, that doesn't sound like it feels good. God.
Did you go to the doctor?
Yeah, don't work out legs, man. Working out legs sucks.
I mean, work out legs. You don't want to look like a flamingo.
Nah, look like me, man. Fuck the legs. Legs sucks, man. Leg day is the worst, man. Like that is by far the worst day.
What do you mean?
No one gets excited about leg day.
You don't even do leg day.
Well, I do, but I just do really lightweight. Like I walk. Is that doing legs?
And then he wakes up complaining that he's got like tingling in his legs. It's like,
oh, it's
well, you don't do anything to put any circulation in your legs. You're always working out your upper body.
It's so unrewarding.
You gotta.
I know you gotta work. You have to work it out. Like you have no choice. Especially if you're looking to lose weight, like that's the best way to work out. Like working out your legs because it's like your biggest muscle, so it burns the most like calories just by sitting down. Did you know that? Like if you do like a lot of squats and all those big muscle exercises in your legs and you're a fat fuck, when you're sitting on your couch and you're recuperating, those muscles are kind of feeding off of everything else while you're recouped. So that's a good thing to do. Like girls, if you're a fat lady out there, do some squats. Get off your ass, get off your fucking couch, and fucking do some squats. And let the muscles do all the work for you while you're eating the cookies.
Okay.
There you go. Little word of advice for myself here.
All right.
So he's out, huh? He punched. Who did he punch?
So he punched a bar patron. Sassoli was working as a responsible service of alcohol officer at the time. That night, a patron who was refused entry to the bar for being too drunk snuck into the establishment on 2 occasions. Sassoli then marched the man outside and punched him in the jaw. The man would require specialist facial surgery to repair the damage. Sassoli told police the patron had threatened to fuck him up. Judge Gavin Meredith told Sassoli that he should have expected to encounter argumentative and aggressive patrons and that he should have dealt with that matter appropriately. The judge basically said you are expected not to respond to provocation in the way that you did. Yahoo also reports that Sassoli's contract with the UFC has been canceled. Despite this, Sassoli's profile remains online at UFC.com.
Well, the good news is I'm not going to lose any sleep about this. So,
and that is
great
it
news.
For the news, Moss.
That was fun. I had a great time. Did you have a good time?
I did have a good time.
Okay. Well, if you had a good time, hit the like button. We'd like to play the 150 like song. So only if you had a good time, hit the like button. We're going to wait a second here. And if it hits 150, we're going to play a fancy song. If it doesn't hit 150, then I'm just going to go eat my Chipotle.
I want to give a quick note to people who are on the website and trying to figure out what the fuck is going on, if you're getting 500 errors or things like that. The website is going through a bunch of like ups and downs right now when it comes to the back end of the website. It's
transitioning like IZZY.
It's transitioning. So you might see 500 errors and things like that, or you might not be able to access the website at certain times. Don't worry about it. I got it under control. Might have a day without the website. It's fine.
The website is transitioning into a woman. So thank you. All right, Jesse. Unfortunately, we're not going to get the likes that we'd like, but if you're watching the replay, hit the like button. Whatever. All right, Jess. We're going to see them when?
Wednesday night for TGIW at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. Be there or be queer. And as always, guys, don't be a Judas hole. Be an MMA hole.